Alright, now we actually are starting the Golden Sun TAS by FX and Ruadath. FX on comms with us, Blues are on comms with us. Pretty exciting time. Hopefully our minds will be blown. If not, why did you get us here?
Yeah, that's a good question, actually. Maybe you're just here to like show some weird stuff.
God damn it, I jumped ahead.
Oh,
it's alright, there you go. The timer has started. Oh shit.
Yeah, looks good. So,
not renaming Isaac. So I know we discussed this last time, but that doesn't save time in JP?
It does. It saves a few frames in this opening, just like in English, but saying no to Dora here is going to save time compared to English. We did name Isaac, which is very quick.
You renamed Isaac? Wow.
Yeah. It took like 3 frames to do that. So, super worth. Because Isaac's mentioned like 5 times, so...
Fair.
We're saving like 15 frames by renaming him.
Wait, does this mean we are confirmed on naming the others one character does not actually save time?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Oh,
also, I mean,
perfect.
I didn't bother checking, but it shouldn't matter, and if it did, you wouldn't want to spend the extra time renaming them. But yeah, intro is going to be pretty similar to how the Any % does it. We just quickly changed our menu there. No, we did not. At least it's
wait. That's optimal?
Change the text
to the left is optimal? What?
Sorry, what's the question?
You had Isaac off to the left when you were leaving the cutscene, and Garrett came and ran to Isaac.
Yeah, that's faster.
All these years I've been trying to like minimize the amount of movement. Wow,
Plexa, you've lied to me.
I lied, dude.
I mean, it might be a TAS-only optimization, but definitely it's faster.
That looks
this rock is annoying. It's like the RNG is stupid, and then we're gonna talk to this guy. And you'll notice often we try to walk like with Isaac, we try to position his XY coordinate as close to the cutscene as possible, so we don't spend time having the computer move him for us. So these encounters are all
walking is slow.
Yeah. So these encounters are all coin flips. But because the rain advances the GRN every frame, it's pretty easy to get good RNG. Fast stairs all the way down. Yeah, there's not like that much going on. It's just fast text matching and good movement.
Wait, you didn't even get Skinny Jenna. Is this even a TAS?
That's alright, he's gonna get Skinny Garrett.
Oh, I hope so. Did you look into skinny portraits and stuff? That's kind of skinny. I've seen skinnier.
I didn't really... like, we just checked what end of the cutscene is the fastest, because that's what matters. Sometimes we want to end them slowly, actually, because there's lag frame manip, but that comes in later. There wasn't much lag frame going on this prologue.
Do you guys have my chat open, by the way?
Sorry, what?
Do you guys have my chat open?
I do have your chat open.
Excellent. Hey, ruadath, how you doing?
So, I was gonna say the way we like I just kind of made a mock-up of the intro at first, and then ruadath was like looking at it. He's like, "Well,
that's faster.
It's alright."
Well, yeah, hold on. That looked.
Yeah, that's faster.
How? I've timed
Plexa?
I've timed that out.
Listen, man.
Is that one must be TAS only?
You've timed a lot of things out that aren't faster for the TAS, so...
Okay. I'm gonna call TAS on that one.
Same with, as I was saying, like, I did like a pretty quick version of the intro, because I was like, it's intro, it's like pretty fast, and then ruadath was like, yes, but also no, and he saved like 10 seconds.
What? Madness.
Yeah. And then we spent like 2 weeks just doing prologue and intro. And
sounds like my life.
It's pretty much a Blueser stream, guys.
Is this just another Blueser stream in disguise? Did we all get baited?
But yeah, we spent a lot of time on every section basically. But intro was particularly annoying just to like get out of, because what you do in the intro, of course, like, carries over into your early game. So, but it worked.
Okay, so I assume you keep this RNG through most of the run, like you don't hard reset or anything. Lots of soft resets.
Yeah, so the one BIOS screen you got when you started the stream, that's going to be the only one for quite a while. So.
Yeah, I figured.
But you know, it does show that we are running with a BIOS. Just you're never going to see it.
Yeah, leaderboard's legal. Let's go. And of course we get the Taurus Minardi fight. Let's go.
Yeah, we won all the coin flips, so we get the best Sataros Minardi fight.
It's actually dumb how good this is. It makes me grumpy. Like, why couldn't just like a one fail like be comparably faster or stuff? Comparably fast, like sure, maybe not faster, but not like 5 seconds slower.
Like how funny is it that
so
you get everything perfect and it just lines up to exactly be Nova? What?
Yeah.
Or is it a Mad Blast? Nova or Mad Blast?
Mad Blast, yeah. Nova would be even better, or Flare Ball, but Mad Blast is good enough.
Yeah, Mad Blast is great. So,
wait, you get the black screen? You can skip the black screen, can't you? I didn't split. Whoops.
Yeah, that's
Alright, that's
great.
Everyone splits.
No worries.
It's fine. Interior is important.
Yeah,
let's do interior.
Don't worry, guys.
No one cares about prologue split anyway.
I never do these intro splits, so I just went with what your video on YouTube does.
Cool. Alright, interior. We're splitting on the party separating from Isaac.
No, on like basically when I lose control. So when I step on the different color of tile, I think it is.
Something like that. These splits are comparing against the other tasks, like the first task.
Yeah. Exactly.
And
so you're not expecting that much change in the intro. What was I gonna say? Right, so the general way we worked on the task was to like have me do general strategy, and then ruadath would figure out how to do it quick, and then I would try to implement, and we would bounce ideas as well. But yeah, basically I did general strategy, and then ruadath made it go fast.
Dang. Those years of routing Neil is paying off.
It's not too relevant actually, because you'll like early on it's like fairly similar, but you'll start to notice it's not really the same for a task when you route strategy.
Because you get to cheat and get everything that you want all the time.
Yeah,
Nice.
but the last task didn't even really do that. This one you'll see what that actually looks like. What perfect RNG unit actually looks like, because we aimed for perfect this time around. That's why it took so long. And there's still like, looking back at it now, there's like a few seconds as well.
You better kill Garrett in the final fight. You gotta kill Garrett in the final fight.
You'll find out in 3 hours.
Yeah.
Give or take.
So current 80% strats actually do kill Garrett in the final fight intentionally, and I'm very proud of this. I never want to improve the strategies because it's perfect.
It's perfect.
I mean, the previous task did kill Ivan on the final fight, so, you know, it could happen.
Yep, we like Ivan around these parts, Future. FX, sorry. Damn it, I'm looking at Future in chat. The Future X and the FX throw me from my brain. My pea-sized brain.
Yeah. But
We need more brain cells up in here.
you know what I'm saying? Actual splicing. Yeah, pretty much. That's what TAS is all about. You just splice every frame. Yeah, so ruadath spent most of the time actually kind of optimizing the middle game, and I just did all of the late game with some like ideas from ruadath, of course, like I said, we bounced ideas as well. Yeah, so that's a funny question actually. So the blue path is actually the first possible frame you can interact with the statue.
Nice.
Perfect.
So Japanese version, first of all, text boxes, but it's not that relevant, but saves a lot of time generally. But also, because the cutscenes have different length, you get different RNG, and in this case, better. And there is, I keep forgetting like other reasons. Oh yeah, the out of bounds are better too in Japanese.
Wait,
Oh,
the
yeah, I
yeah,
forgot.
in Japanese? What?
Yeah, like aren't the map isn't the map data different or something?
Yeah, it's shifted.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So it's the same data, but it's shifted. So it just works out better generally. I think treachery is slightly worse on Japanese, but everything else is better.
Nice.
But also treachery is nothing like like RTA treachery.
Yeah, treachery's garbage in every category, so nice to see it destroyed.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think there's going to be at least one saving clip, probably more. Oh, yo, the strat. Nice. I like this.
Yeah,
strat.
this is a big time saver. Well, big, but you know. Also,
Yeah, really,
Ball doesn't
I'm
do
so
this in
proud
his
when I
bad
put that.
ending.
No, he
So
doesn't.
if you
No,
want
because
free bad ending world record,
we came up with that strat like way after bad ending.
Ah,
That's
so
insane.
that movement is faster, walking straight and then down diagonally into the middle.
it's been so long since I looked at this. Which part do you mean?
Like when you enter the screen, you walk straight left instead of down left into the
Yes.
hill.
Yeah,
and-
because diagonal movement is slightly slower horizontally or vertically. Like you lose some of those vectors and you gain the diagonal, obviously. But because you only care about triggering the cutscene faster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was doing that, thinking it was faster, but yeah, so it is faster.
But it also depends because it just happens for this cutscene that's faster. But there's cutscenes where you do want to move it diagonally to trigger it in a different area.
Yeah.
For example, Kraden here, you want to trigger it on a different pixel. Because frame savers, but you know, RTA, you're never going to even attempt that kind of thing, but you want to get close to it. See, we're going to move diagonal and then up. You see that Isaac gets moved back like half a pixel because the movement just kind of works out that way. There wasn't a better way to do it.
Yeah, because it is possible to get that without the movement. I've seen it happen, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
but then you have to be suboptimal before it.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because I think my previous TAS actually did it so that you don't move at all,
Yeah, I
but
think
that's
so.
actually not optimal. There's a lot of losing time to gain time later on in this version. And then the intro, it's not that impactful, but later on it's gonna matter more and more. 10 hertz allowed. It's actually 60 hertz, but yeah.
This is
And also,
arbitrary inputs.
the TAS doesn't actually mash. It's always kind of funny. Mashing is actually not optimal because you'll delay certain text boxes, mostly the yes
Yeah.
no things. But yeah, you don't
If
actually want
mash
to
those
mash.
If you mash through those yes no's, you'd actually delay the yes no thing from appearing, which is kind of dumb. But
Yeah, the game needs an empty frame to load it. If you don't have an empty frame, it will never load.
Hang on. You can walk to the sanctuary or whatever there at the door
Yeah,
and wait.
it's a vertical
Yeah,
line.
you can
It's
wait
a
on the
vertical
corner.
line of triggers. Yeah. So if in
Huh.
RTA, if you run left into the wall and then up, you'll never hit the trigger and can just align wherever you like. That's
So
what
we're
I do.
diagonal jumping everywhere because it's slightly faster. Also, here's the one reset where we skip all the Soul Sanctum.
Yeah.
And the outbound is slightly different because you just go straight up in Japanese.
Oh yeah, because the offset will make it so that you just go straight up instead of diagonal. Oh yeah, that makes
Mhm.
sense.
But the offset is actually the other way compared to when we discussed this first in Alton. The offset is the other way here for some reason.
Okay.
It's I don't know, because Sangwar asked me about like out of bounds stuff in the Q&A, and then I noticed that the offset wasn't correct when it wasn't consistent with what I was seeing in Alton. So that was interesting.
It's really weird. But yeah,
it made no sense to me.
If for the people who have only ever seen no save and quit, that's what Soul Sanctum usually looks like in a minute. You just save, reset.
I'm mad.
Into the game, into the dungeon.
Also, just to illustrate how weak the previous task was, we just saved like half a minute
that's faster?
almost.
Really?
Yeah, what?
Where like I keep switching between chat and
just
video.
when you right after the first cutscene, when you enter interior and you just walk diagonal instead of right a bit and then diagonal.
Mm-hmm.
That's faster, huh?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So I think you guys solved this puzzle differently. But we did this so early that
here we go.
I don't think the.
Lose a second.
Yeah, I think we do the wrong strat, right?
Because this does lose like 0.8 of a second or something. So basically, this task isn't optimal. Here you go, guys. So task will
unlucky. But I actually noticed this a long time ago. But to fix this and then move on, it's actually not possible. Like everything would be different if we fixed this. Then the whole run would change.
Yeah.
So I just said, "Fuck it." But yeah, we're pushing every statue diagonally as well because it's saving some movement.
I'm really embarrassed it took us so long to realize that we solved that puzzle wrong, so... How bad.
But yeah, I mentioned it like at the beginning as well, like even though this is really pushing the boundary of what perfect means for Golden Sun, I think there's, like, looking back at it, at some of the strategies now, there's probably still, I don't know, 10-20 seconds of easy time save.
Easy time save, you said? Interesting.
Yeah, just with slightly better routing, because you just...
We just saw 0.8
by looking... Yeah, but for example, by looking further ahead, because, I don't know, now we look ahead by like an hour at some points for the BRN, but if you look further, then you'll notice that it's better to do something else, but, you know... It's kind of hard to know that when you're working on it. You've never done it that far before.
That's always the thing that's intimidated me about the task. It's like, well, really you need to route it, work out what you want to do in the final fight, and then reroute it, and then redo everything so you get the right thing lining up for the final fight.
Yeah. So you'll... I mean, we kind of do that because from the moment we exit Lamacon, everything is one giant BRN minute up to the end. But yeah, it's kind of hard. And there's probably a slightly better version of that as well, you know, so that's why I think like 10-20 seconds at least. Bar some major discoveries, I think that's about it though.
Interesting. Then again, we found Manticle Skip right as you're doing the test, that was pretty convenient.
Yeah, I mean, we just started. We started this back in... I mean, I started theorizing with ruadath back in February last year, and then we actually started tasking it in March. So we had the general outline for strategy, and then, you know, we would decide on the smaller things as we went, but... Which turned out to be a mistake as well, because we realized some things were just better, and then we ended up having to go back and fix a lot of things retroactively, which you can see like some leftovers of when we get there. I'll point them out as well. So this room is dumb, and we have to do lag frame manip on some of the statues.
Wait, what?
To get the better cutscene at the end. Yeah, so the cutscene at the end, you need a different lag frame to get your end advances on different frames, and then it's better.
Oh, it's Jiren in advance. Okay, gotcha. Like,
yeah, because your lag frame happens on a different...
What?
Yeah, so your lag frames happen at a different point, and then you'll have a different GRN going through the cutscene, and then the cutscene doesn't last as long. Which is part of why, like, doing the intro took 2 weeks. Yeah, ruadath, like, we don't really understand lag frames. We just know that they're a thing, and we like kind of use them, but we don't really understand them. So we just, I don't know. If it worked, it worked, and if it didn't work, we just kind of moved on.
Weird. I assume lag frames are the whole reason that the in-game timer is different from the real time. Well, at least in no 7-quit things.
Yeah, that's also pointing out the previous task runs on VBA, which is a slightly higher frame rate than MGBA. So we're actually running against a slightly faster computer, but we're still saving time in most areas.
Nice.
Yeah, I have like, this time as well, I wrote down the entire route for like the whole thing we did, including like frame weights on summons. So if I ever do this again, I'll have a baseline to go with. It's probably not gonna work because our GRNs are gonna be different at the intro already, because of timing differences, but at least it's there. But yeah, we're just waiting on
Half-tail jumps.
intro to... Yeah, so this pickup you can actually buffer, but if you buffer it, you happen to get a good lag frame basically. So kind of how you can press start when you jump on a ladder, you can also interact with stuff on the other side of a jump if you like
So
press
is it
A
like,
when you jump.
yeah, the same time as the jump? Is it?
Yeah, on the 13th frame,
Ah, okay.
if you press A, it will open either the menu or interact with whatever's there, and it saves a frame.
I should have realized that was possible, but what the hell is going
Yeah,
for
that's-
the frame saver?
Yeah, I mean, it's one frame, and it literally doesn't matter.
Might as well go for it. But not
Gotta get
really
that
at the same time.
Like, we do it, I think, like 2 more times in the run. Other than, like, in this room, we do it in 2 other places, I think it is. So yeah, Jupiter statue is really annoying to get the proper coordinates to
Oh,
get
yeah.
the fastest Garrett cutscene kind of thing.
I mean, you don't have to
So
test for me to tell you that yes, talking to the Jupiter statue is annoying.
But yeah, there's basically the balance between having Isaac move backwards there or setting up better. So I don't know, you have to lose frames to gain frames here.
Man, I hope you get the visual glitch. The visual glitch makes this really fun.
Oh, the portal thing. Yeah, we didn't get that.
Dang. Wish we know why that happens.
What even causes that?
No idea. It's unknown. It's like the Chorcha glitch in TLA. We don't know why it happens. Basically,
How many
the
times?
Chorcha-
I think it's happened to me like twice. 2 times.
Yeah, I've had it like 3 or 4 times. It's pretty rare.
Oh wow.
But there's a whole bunch of weird stuff that can happen. I've only really had it in No Save and Quit, but I think that's because I just do more intros of No Save and Quit.
Yeah, good morning, Harpoon Cannon. We're not actually playing though, we're just watching computer play Golden Sun for us, because we're kind of bored of playing it ourselves.
Yeah, tired of seeing Blue reset the intro.
Come on.
No, I think I've had just as bad luck as you sometimes. Getting bodied by Forge. Or bodied on the way to Forge. Good times.
You're not running this game until you've died in Soul Sanctum Interior.
Oh yeah.
Have you died in Prolo yet? Not the Satyros and Minority though?
No, I haven't
No,
done it prologue
actually,
except
no.
intentionally. I've had Isaac and Garrett die separately. I've had them. I've had Isaac die and Garrett be on like 4 HP. Neither of these are useful, by the way, because they recover. They always revive.
They revive.
Yeah.
It's unlucky.
Yeah.
I mean, you better believe that I've screwed around in that prologue sequence more than I care to admit, just to try and break something. It is nice that you can be sent back to Isaac's house, though. That's kind of useful. Well, not useful, but kind of
Wait, what?
interesting. Yeah, if everybody
How
dies,
so?
you get sent back to Isaac's house.
Oh.
So it's not useful, but it is interesting, because
No,
then you can
yeah,
get to
it
areas
is
that the
interesting,
game
yeah.
prevents you from accessing. Man,
Alright,
Garrett
here
with
come the
that
jumps.
half-title jump.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, the diagonal jumps are very aesthetically pleasing as well. It's like, yeah.
Like, by sight, I feel like jumping looks faster. May just be a TAS thing, maybe JP thing. It looks pretty speedy. Might just be the half-tail jumps. Yo, Argek. Thanks for the raid, dude. Welcome to the Golden Sun TAS by FX, who's with us. And ruadath, who's in chat. Pretty exciting, actually. We're already having our minds blown with all the crazy optimizations and the things we thought were optimal that are not actually optimal.
Or not even. Yeah.
Man would suck.
Yeah. Ruadath points out that the jumping is actually very difficult. And yeah, exactly, because when you jump from one pillar to the other, your sub-pixels are going to be different based on where you jumped from. So you could have a very fast jump from one pillar to another, but then the next one will be slow. So you just have to kind of brute force and find the fastest, like slow plus fast plus slow kind of thing. So some of the jumps aren't actually perfect, they're intentionally bad, because then you land better for the next one.
Shoutouts to Subpixels.
So I was right. By sight, it is slightly faster jumping. Nice. That's pretty cool. But there's still, I noticed like a lot less Isaac wiggling into position and then taking a jump. It's just kind of like boom, 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 boom.
Yep. Just pick the right subpixels and you'll get great jumps like that. It doesn't work everywhere. There's some jumps later on in the game where you just cannot get a good subpixel. But a lot of them you can definitely fix it.
Too bad there's no TAS skip of the intro. The unskippable intro, man. One day, we can dream.
Yeah. I mean, I did look at a couple things, but no.
It's just impossible. Like, there's too many things that are like preventing you from just advancing the game.
Yeah. It's kind of just making sure, you know, I double checked a lot of things that we kind of take for granted, and like obviously most of them are fast, but some of them turned out to not be as fast as possible, so it was a good thing to double check some of them.
Yeah, double checking is always good. I am wrong more often than I am right.
Like the one move puzzle in the interior, we didn't double check, and it's instantly like shows like, yeah, should have double checked it.
Should have double checked it. Yep. But yeah, I mean, like the only way I can like hypothetically skip the intro is if you could find a way to get to the Mars star early, because that would initiate the sequence necessary to leave. But no idea how you do that.
Yeah, so when I found the weirdness in Venus Lighthouse with the jumping and not being forced to stand still, I considered this room, obviously, because you could maybe do some weird stuff, but you're forced to stand still everywhere. So yeah, this is the cutscene that depends on lag frames to have different length and different G-runs.
Yeah, that looked really fast.
That makes sense, actually.
But yeah, as mentioned, we just kind of winged it in terms of lag frames, because we don't understand how they work, we just know that they're a thing.
And it annoys me that the number of Jin leaving the statue is not accurate in either game.
How many does it show on the, like, in the
Just like
visual?
It's just like 11 by my count. It's like, it's not 7, it's not 9. It's, what are you on, game? Or I guess 18 in TLA, technically.
Alright, so he's gonna port us out, and we'll just have a couple more cutscenes. So I'm sure you're aware, but retreating, if you clear the retreat, like casting text box faster, you also have a faster animation.
Wait, what?
There's a slow and fast retreat animation. If you clear the text box slowly, he'll hold his hands up for longer.
Is that a general thing, or is that just a lag frame RNG thing?
It's just a general retreat thing. It's kind of depends on. Like, I think if you just hold B, it's fine. But if you, sometimes not. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
That's
but
so
basically,
weird.
yeah.
I have to check that after this run. Wow, I mean that makes sense. Like I definitely had slower and faster retreats before. I just never understood that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I definitely feel like I've
Naturally.
noticed some sort of a difference in some way
Yeah.
or another.
He'll just hold his hands up for a long time, and you're just like, man,
Yeah.
I'm just waiting forever.
Yeah, yeah.
Dang, that's cool. Should have mashed that text box. Whip out that turbo.
Shots fired.
So the weird thing about Japanese is that their period sign, which is just like a hollow circle, actually counts as a full phrase. So you can't actually clear every text box with skipping text. We can just skip the period at some points. And then there's other text boxes where they don't have a period, but like an exclamation mark or a question mark, and then you can just skip the whole phrase.
So saying no there is faster. That's so interesting. In English, it's definitely faster to say yes. I have like done the
there's some
frame by frame comparison.
There aren't many text boxes where saying no is quicker in Japanese, but there's a couple.
You were a small shop girl today? Come on. One day I'll work out why this is inconsistent.
But yeah, if people in chat have like any general questions about tasking, now we still have like 5 minutes. So if you have anything,
Here's a question. Why?
because I don't know, I hate myself and I needed something.
You've been working on this for actually a year. That is a serious commitment. And it's
Yeah,
the second
so,
time you've
like I
done
said-
this as well.
Yeah, but the last time was just whatever, just a beat key in, and it took me 2 weeks last time, and it shows. And this
I was
time,
already
like I said, I
impressed with the
started
first one.
theorizing. I guess theorizing started even before February last year, but like actually bouncing ideas with ruadath started somewhere in February.
You know what amuses
'Cause
me
I think-
is that
Yeah.
is that TLA TAS on YouTube. That's so bad that any
Oh, it's the worst.
modern run can't beat it.
Yeah, it's
What?
terrible.
Really?
Yeah, they decided
It's
that
like
they
6
weren't gonna
hours.
use glitches. Yeah,
Yeah, like a 6-hour run. It's the worst.
6.5 even.
It's actually trash. Like, I don't understand. It's a freaking play around.
It tilted me when they solved the Ezra puzzle suboptimally. Not even like move clip suboptimally, but just like that puzzle where you got stuck, Booster. They like do it like really suboptimally.
It is from 10. It is from 10 years ago, guys. Just
That's
say
true. That's true. I thought it was more recent than that. I thought it was like 8.
if it's the one I'm seeing, which I'm not going to mention
Should
it,
be.
but if it's the one I'm looking at, it's 10 years.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's long ago. So future asking was the most frustrating part for this task, I'm assuming, or for any task in general. But for this one, what did I hate the most?
So bad ending. Let's go.
Yeah, I have
you
a
even-
bad ending
did
TAS
you-
on my YouTube channel if anyone's interested. It ends here.
That there's a, I assume there's a 0.8 second time saver in that because you solved the puzzle wrong.
No, it was for April Fools last year. Put it on Tasvideos. Yeah, the most annoying thing.
Go ahead.
I forgot to say, it was post Mercury Lighthouse. Like after defeating Satyros, that like section was the most frustrating thing for me because the elevator is dumb, and it has insane variance in how fast it goes down based on your GRN, and I don't even know why that's a thing, but it's like a second and a half you can lose on the elevator based on your GRN.
That's a thing. Wow, I'm gonna.
Yeah,
blame that
it's
on future
actually
time
insane.
losses. So, slow elevator. My God, and this RNG getting worse.
That's also why Felissa was gonna check the timings on DS. I was like, whatever you do, don't use the Mercury Lighthouse elevator.
Yeah, it's really hard to get accurate comparisons between versions because even summons, like, they change depending on GRN slightly.
Yeah, you can actually not cancel summons on certain frames based on mix of GRN, and if you get a lag frame, like right in the middle of your cutscene, you'll also get screwed sometimes in terms of GRN.
I have noticed that, and I'm so glad that I know what it is now, because I'm like, I'm holding B, dude. Clear the, like, why is the
No, but
cutscene
holding
going?
B is actually never the fastest way to do it.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
It's roughly consistent to hold B, but it's never the fastest.
Yeah, you should. In theory,
just
we should
smash
be
A or
mashing through.
smash A and
Yeah, in
B
theory,
or
you
what?
should be mashing frame perfect to clear cutscenes.
Just A though.
No,
Or
every
B.
button.
Any
Okay,
button
yeah.
works, yeah. But I can't be bothered.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna save 1 or 2 frames. It really doesn't help.
I have noticed that even sometimes, like, just by just holding B, I've seen like a good maybe quarter second, half a second of like a proccing animation.
Yeah.
I know exactly.
Kieran
what you mean.
especially is Kieran is particularly egregious.
Oh
in this.
yeah. Kieran as well.
And narrate.
Narrate is.
That's
I
fine.
didn't notice
We
it,
want
but
more
yeah, but it makes sense because narrate can only cancel every 3 frames. So yeah, if your aim happens to.
I have a recording somewhere of like a super laggy narrate on Wii U. It's actually like during the Satoros fight, like it felt a good second longer than normal narrate animation.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in the TAS, and we did like hold B for some things to test GRNs, but I've never saw narrate do anything that crazy. But it's definitely
I'm assuming you don't see too many narrates anyway. Narrates are particularly bad. Narrate and Kieran are pretty bad.
Kieran is
I know we'll find
pretty
out.
nice in the TAS, but narrate is.
Kieran over and Ramses feels so sad.
Oh yeah, well, I think we need some
this-
reference points here. Some reference points. So, I don't know how to accurately compare English to Japanese, but English, a very good English minute run will get out of Vale at about 38:30. I think my best is like a 38:2x, which is a good 4 minutes, 3-4 minutes slower than we do in No 7 Quick because we don't have to struggle through the interior.
Hey guys, don't you think you should have menued faster during this section?
Yeah.
What is
even a
this?
task? Have you looked into Flint optimizations? Does Flint depend on GRN?
I don't understand why they made it so you can only clear his his freaking explanations. You can only clear them with an actual A press. It's like why?
Wait. In English, you can clear the first one with any button, but the second one only with an A press. Is that not the case in Japanese?
Because yes.
I mean, I was like mashing to see what frames would be the quickest to cancel these on, and there's like, man, this is like super slow for some reason, and I was like, oh, I should just press A.
Yeah.
It's only those text boxes as well. Everything else is,
super.
you know.
So it's interesting. I'll point out one thing real quick: that the movement from the Flint's cutscene through the vault, TAS has just done the optimal movement. Every other run does suboptimal movement because it trades, I think, like 0.1 of a second for a couple extra steps of movement. And those couple extra steps actually do matter in terms of the percentage chance you're going to get that extra encounter or not. I think it's 16. No, you can get to vault on a 16 rate with the less forest movement, whereas you can't with the TAS movement. From memory.
Yeah. So I don't this is so long ago. I don't remember what our rates are, but a lot of the time we basically make it to towns or areas with like 1 or 2 pixels remaining.
Wow.
So the old lady turns around right as we pass, which is great. And then
yeah, man, that old
this
lady is so
cutscene-
sticky. Like you run into her and you just get stuck in her. And it's incredibly
she just
awkward.
happened to turn. This is kind of like GRM manip and stuff to make the old lady turn away from us as we pass, rather than having to push her out of the way. I think we actually spend like 1 frame where she's in our way, but it's better than any alternative we found.
I'm just glad that running
And I
past the
mean-
old lady is actually optimal and I'm not just crazy.
Yeah, no, it is the fastest. But yeah, like the 1 frame, you can't see it when you're watching the video, but you know, there's a couple instances where we technically lose a frame, but it's faster overall. That's the case for a lot of parts of this.
Free bandits is in theory possible. I mean, we were all there. We saw the 40XX veil. It's possible. I believe you, Blusa. I just would like to see proof. You know.
I trust me, I would as well.
Yo,
If
no,
I wouldn't have
Mint,
been trolled
okay.
by the bandits up here, the last.
Yeah, no, Mint is slow.
Yeah, of course, Mint is slow.
Everything is slow, actually. The Mint in Lamacan out of bounds would be faster than this, and we didn't pick that one either.
Yeah, but you don't need the Mint after early game, so.
There was actually a reasoning to grab the Mint, but it's not for the agility, it's for the GRM manip.
Ooh, yo, is this gonna be the quick capture? Better be the quick capture.
Quick capture, of course. Yeah, of course it's quick capture.
It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. I love that.
Look
It's
at that.
It's
I wish
great.
it worked more than 30% of the time.
It works 100% of the time. I don't know what you're on about.
Those are worse the strats, man. I'm kind of disappointed there's not a crazier strat, but it makes sense.
Yeah, the early game is pretty standard. Like, other than doing frame perfect movement, like pixel perfect movement, frame perfect inputs and stuff, it's pretty much a strategy you would expect from RTA.
Okay, so you didn't half-tail jump there, so I assume that the time it takes for the move hand to come out is offset by the half-tail jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense. Not that I'm going for that in RTA anyway, but...
Yeah. It happens a couple other times where there's like the balance between moving further or casting move early.
News. ruadath says it's done suboptimally, but Gajirian, okay, fair. Makes sense.
Yeah, that might be part of it as well. But when we say suboptimal, it's like you're losing frames. Usually like 1 or 2. Maybe it's a little bit more in this case. ruadath might. Yeah, so the Jiren's
guys, let's get a poll going. How many herbs on bandits? 3 plus? Let's go.
Something just happened right there.
Yeah, if you've never seen task menuing, this is like the very beginning, because it gets super crazy.
Okay, so Garrett does nothing. That's interesting. I guess this is just beer in minute.
Well, on the turn 1, yeah, he does nothing. And then we flare anyway. But This is pretty close to what the RTA to any percent does, I think.
Yeah, RTA any percent does 3 turn fight.
But yeah, the main reason we did nothing is because then the other two bandits glower, you know.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's quick.
Yeah. Like there's two variants
And
of
it's-
threatening any percent. Like one's a 3 turn, one's a 4 turn. The 3 turn happens from 0 Burian, which is kind of nice. And the other one happens from 1 Burian, which is also kind of nice. Oh yeah, that's like a sub 45 bandit kill. That's actually gross.
Yeah, from power on, even not even from like naming Isaac, but from power on.
Not that naming Isaac took that long, but yeah.
Yeah, but like starting
Four
the console
frames
actually
bit,
takes
wow.
I think it's 12 seconds, something like that.
Yeah, it's like 6 seconds for the BIOS plus some for the Nintendo screen.
It's 271 frames for BIOS, and then it's like 800 and something for the, or 700 and something for the regular soft reset intro. So the next manip that comes up is the Shaman Rod. Because when Ivan picks it up, we still get the Jiren advances as if we were picking up any other item. So we can manip our encounter outside Veil, outside Vault, by waiting on the Shaman Rod. Hildar is asking, did I miss any craziness during the prologue? Not really, just
Half-tail
TAS movement. Yeah, TAS movement. There's gonna be more TAS movement in the future, don't worry.
I mean, just every scene it was like me and Blues are going, wait, that's optimal? Wait, that's optimal? Kind of like destroying.
There are some truly disgusting things coming up, like further in the run as well. I can't wait for you guys to react to that.
Don't blink.
I was just waiting for the Blues reaction, like, I disagree!
Oh, great. I can't
Wait,
wait.
please tell me it's Sleep Star. Please tell me it's Sleep Star.
Stop. Stop.
I mean, the TAS is not going to get any encounters through the Mercury Lighthouse, I'm sure of that. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure you will. I've been thinking the same thing, actually. I'm wondering if we hit an earlier level threshold and just kind of YOLO it. I mean, I see you Blues are doing that a little bit. You're taking less encounters in that aspect of the game. Basically going, okay,
Yeah.
I just need to hit level 6 on Ivan and then we're all good. Maybe that is a strat. You know, level 6 on Ivan's such a low barrier, a low threshold. It's like
I know, it's really nice.
two high experience encounters and you're done.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about much.
Yeah, so I think it's like 4 or 5 frames we're waiting on the Shaman Rod. Ruadath might remember, but also it's a couple frames basically. It's not that relevant for Ruadath saying it's probably around 10. Yeah, I remember looking at it myself and not finding anything great, and then Ruadath found a little like improvement. So yeah, the overworld, we're gonna intentionally take the forest, even though it's adding rate, but we get, like, if you pay attention to like the frame we get the encounter, we lose our shadow, which means we're in the forest and get the bat. If we weren't in the forest, we would get like a 2 enemy encounter, which would also be 0 AC, but it would be 2 enemies, and every enemy adds 7 frames. The first enemy adds 5 frames for the dialogue, and then every enemy after that adds 7.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or no, it's the first one is 3, then it's 5, and then it's 7, sorry. So yeah,
That's a
here's an example
range
of
move.
casting move from further away, where it's quicker, because Garrett has to move away from Isaac.
Makes
Very true.
sense.
And we also move up diagonally there, so this also should, you know, save a frame or 2.
Mhm.
All of this is frames, but you know.
That one's probably a bit more than like frames. That's probably like 6 frames or so.
That one seems really good.
Yeah, that one seems nice.
It's also not that hard to get.
Yeah, that looked pretty
You just
easy.
kind of
That's
wait for
easier
the moment
than
where
this.
Isaac's sprite turns left fully, and then you cast move.
Yeah, it's
For
easier
RTA,
than
I
the
would say.
cycle in Magma Rock. We go for that.
Like, technically you don't have to wait for Isaac's sprite to move, you can cast it 1 frame early, but it's, you know,
Yeah, well,
1 frame.
Ruadath is 100% right. Like, nothing to this point has really been interesting. Like, it's been nice, but like, the run begins
It's just
now.
been quick, basically. Like, everything up to now is just like, yeah, it's quick. So we're casting
You
the
can
cycle.
cast it diagonally. What?
Yeah, diagonal casting.
Oh my.
Yeah. So every direction there's like 2 possible orientations for it. So it's all subpixels. So sometimes the diagonal will go left and sometimes it'll go up, depending on your subpixels.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's not
So
subpixels,
I have,
Shadow
like
subpixels.
it's not subpixels. It's actually just like how far it rotates. Like the model's got a value for how far it's rotated.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can do like a
So
1 frame directional input to change the alignment of it.
yeah, exactly. That's basically how you do it. If you want, basically, if we're doing it frame by frame, so we just check what the first possible frame is, and we do that by like starting really close and then moving further and further away by removing inputs.
Yeah, casting move as quick as
So
you
this
can
is
do
1 pixel away from getting an encounter.
Yes.
I want to point out that this like section after bandits, so the overworld into this Goma cave, is about a 1 in 4,500, which isn't that bad, but it starts to add up quite quickly.
Yeah, if you've
And
never
I'm
seen that skip
not
before,
counting
it's
the
really
encounters
impressive.
like bandits and forge because they're kind of trivial, so the RNG doesn't matter.
It's a shame we can't move flip on that pillar though. It's really dumb that we can't do that. Oh well.
Unlucky. So now we have to carry our GRN, because, you know,
Skip the
we're gonna have to
encounter.
get through this room. Yeah, so we need 10 or less in rate to get through this room without an encounter.
Yeah, it's fairly easy to hit.
Um,
Like we do that at Minip as well.
Yeah, but we actually manip the move there to get a good manip on this overworld as well.
Okay, no Billabin. Alright, I knew this was coming, but I'm still surprised.
Take the forest intentionally to get the 0 AC. I should say DC because we're actually doing defense cancels, but
Yeah, defense
I'll
is
just-
actually slightly more optimal, but you're more likely to miss
Yeah,
input, so
so
we don't do it in
a defend yeah, exactly. Don't do it RTA. A defend cancel takes 18 frames. An attack cancel is like more. Like I haven't timed it because we never do it. So we're gonna instant climb up here. And Elven Rapier is great because we do need a weapon. We actually do need one of the weapons, so we need either the broadsword or the Elven Rapier. And it just turns out that if you don't need Gust, then the shop for broadsword is just trash, and you'd rather take the Elven Rapier because you can also manipulate RNG with the Elven Rapier, which we're doing here. So we're now on an attacks first. So our next attack cancels would kind of suck, so we can just instead do 1 and run.
Wait, that's
Manip our
optimal.
overworld. Yeah,
That little dip
because
is
we
optimal?
skip an encounter.
Does the dip basically have no encounters in that area?
Yeah, but we're oh yeah, the dip is optimal. Sorry, yeah,
Yeah.
because otherwise we would get the encounter. So this way, we use the dip to skip, and then we use the move to manip our Jiren for the overworld to get a good encounter here as well.
One encounter in that's gross. Nice spin.
And
Nice. Thanks for the spin, guys.
yeah, so
Spin to win.
what was I gonna say?
Lost cap.
Yeah, lost cap, guys. Yeah, I tried to make downtime entertaining. So Fever is one of the generals. Like, do we really need him? Because it's kind of, but yeah, it's just too good to pass. We definitely need Mars. It's just too good. But yeah, Gust, I timed it out, and it's like roughly a minute. If you don't, and that's if you just do Gust and not go for the shop. But if you're
Yeah.
gonna get Gust, you should also shop. But because we don't need the shop because we determined that Elven Rapier is fine because we can still get the same number of encounters overall by manipulating the GRN on it. So we're not actually losing time compared to Broadsword.
Yeah, there's no way
And because
humans would ever skip Gust either. Gust is so valuable in Satoros. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how you do it without Gust. In a non-test
well, you'll see in a
setting, that
moment.
is. In a non-test setting, that is.
Yeah. So Mercury Lighthouse skip, by the way. Mercury Lighthouse.
What? The fuck?
That hurts my soul.
What?
Getting that chest from that far away? Really?
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
So this is actually camera manip. I know Plexa loves camera manip, so camera manip on this cutscene.
Yeah, the left side is better because of camera manip, which you pointed out to me, which made me
Also,
happy
you
because
have
my
to
muscle memory is
yeah.
left side.
So we cancel one move because we need to drop our synergy.
I like how we're just like freaking out over like these little movement optimizations, like putting the chest from the top of the screen away. Like the actual strats are like, oh yeah, okay, running away from this, yeah, sure. But chest, an extra pixel, holy shit, what the hell?
Also, getting to Emil with that like route from after Forge, it's a 1 in about 5.7 million if you were to play casually.
So basically, blues are luck, got it.
Yeah, so I have a couple more chance like odds, and then after that I'll stop mentioning it because it gets ridiculous pretty quickly. I kept them as like separate odds because putting them all together as one giant manip is a bit disingenuous, but also
Okay, so
the
I
number
was
doesn't
curious.
make sense anymore.
I was very curious about this. So you do actually do this? Okay, cool. I
Yeah.
wondered if there was a world where getting Mia would speed up like something, but it's a pretty significant investment to get Mia first. So this makes sense.
I mean, we only need Sleet, and then we just go straight for Sadaros.
No encounter? Ooh.
Also, the Sleet is disgusting. Just watch.
Oh, yep, the run minute.
So from a soft reset, you need 4 attack cancels to manip run to fail, and then the attack misses.
Oh my.
And we're also setting up our Sadaros BRN with this, and the attack misses.
You're doing it wrong, Sleet.
So I did the math on this Sleet fight as well, with permutations, because that's only fair, and it's about a 1 in 150,000 to get this Sleet, with permutations on when he uses the abilities. If you don't count permutations, if you only count this specific encounter, it's like a 1 in 900,000.
Yeah, I was gonna say the
So,
sleep fight didn't look very fast at all. Like, I'm pretty sure any percent has a comparable sleet fight.
Yeah, we're not killing Sleet quick, but it's because we're BRM manipulating.
setting up first the Tauros, yeah.
Yeah, and beyond as well.
And I mean, any percent sits there and gets a stupid triple siren fight. But
For her freaking crystal.
yeah, well, it makes the Tauros fight really consistent. So
Yeah, it's great. Crystal power is awesome.
not awesome enough to be TAS optimal, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, here's
Oh,
the menu
what
when
the-
that's lag frame manip, because we couldn't get the elevator to work without this. Because we had a different route at first, and then we had to go back and fix this to be faster,
Right.
and we couldn't
Wait,
manage
so that
it
was
better than this.
Mercury on Isaac Mia, 2 Mars on Ivan, Venus, and Garrett. Am I right?
I think so, yeah. But also, Elven Rapier goes to Garrett.
That's fine. I mean, if you're making
So the
Garrett useful,
split,
like
by the way,
disagree, but
I'll
okay.
mention it. The split is going to be on the final text box before the fight begins. So,
Okay.
just so you know.
On the fade out, or
No, as the text box is cleared, because that's the final input, and that's
Well,
my comparison
that's
point.
awkward.
Yeah, but I'll just... I mean,
Don't miss it, Plexa.
yeah, you were going to be accurate, right?
Yeah, I want to be accurate, but it's so hard. Yo, Jenna's portrait gets more thing in
Oh.
Japanese. That's cool.
Yeah. It's slightly different because the location of the boxes is different. It's interesting.
How am I supposed to split? I can't read the text.
You got this, dude.
I can
Everyone's
count it
watching.
down for you, but
I'll give it a go.
I'm just gonna... Like, I don't want to spoil it because it's a great split, but... Yeah, we believe in you, Plexa. You can do it. Alright. Alright, so... And... Split.
Sorry, I split late, but okay.
Unlucky.
Is that like a 1
So if you split perfect, it's a 1 hour flat. So yeah, this Saros fight is a little bit different than what you'd expect.
Yo, so Ivan's in slot 2, okay.
Yeah, and
We
it
do
only
that.
works because of this, actually. So Mia can actually tank attack plus heat flash and still be alive without healing.
Oh, that's convenient.
And then Isaac is going to be our heal bot. Cycling Cure and Fizz.
Actually using Forge? What?
And we need Kieran back.
Fair. I mean, it's like one of the strongest things you can do right now, aside from Node. Yo, Turtle Lady, let's go.
Wow, such lucky targeting.
Yeah. Blue's like
PHP.
never lucky, baby range. And here's the Taz, just like, yep.
No, neither this or Manip gets granite. Well, we'll get granite later. Cutting it kind of close there, FX. 3 HP.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna make it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it. But, there you go.
Oh, gee.
Couple levels.
I mean, it's nice when you
Sorry.
can maximize damage output like that.
10210.
We did a... So that was a 6-turn Sataros, by the way. At
yeah,
level
it's-
3.
That's not okay, FX.
I'm
That's
sure,
not okay.
I'm sure this is what Noah Secure is gonna do in a month as well.
Yeah.
Like spamming Kieran, yeah, sure.
Yeah, spamming
Yeah.
Kieran on Sataros, just YOLO.
So wrong.
I mean, I'm not that impressed by this, FX. Come on, get up your game. Surely there's something more impressive than this.
Yeah, it's coming, don't worry.
Thank you, thank you. I mean,
It's gonna...
the biggest.
I'm
the
gonna
biggest
actually...
time
You're
loss
actually
in,
gonna... I'm actually gonna make you feel violated by the next section.
I don't know about that. But yeah, the biggest time loss in mid-nep is the fact that we don't know where Sataros is targeting, so we actually have to heal, which makes it a 7-turn fight. Well, we could do a 6-turn fight, but it's slower than the 7-turn.
Yeah. But here the 6-turn is like super optimal. There's no room for improvement. Because he also dies with like a couple points of damage overkill. I mean, Ruadath is gonna say that there's a quicker way, but
I mean, it looks pretty tough to get faster because you kind of had the good targeting and whatnot, like the
yeah,
the triple
Ruadath's
3-5.
pointing out that we could technically Biraminip a miss on Sataros, and then you would need to cure one less, but yeah, the Fizz BRN thing is weird. But the miss also has a different BRN roll, and then
Yeah, it's like +4.
And you're-
instead of,
yeah.
like, +6.
Basically,
something,
the
or
whole-
+5.
like this whole part is just dumb with how GRN works. Ranges or damage ranges. We didn't really specifically go for it, but we did. Like, it kind of just happens when you have solid BRN, then it just kind of always works out.
Alright, let's see this elevator.
Yeah, so perfect jumps, elevator. This is a pretty quick elevator for what it's worth. I think there might be slightly quicker versions yet, but then your GRN is different. And
Isaac was bopping on that elevator, did you see that?
That was weird.
so
Of course, of course.
Instant climb. Oh, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
and we're gonna
Okay. Perfectly fine.
yeah. If you do, I'm assuming you're talking about the pickup, and it's a one
Yeah.
frame up press. Yeah, one frame
Okay.
pressing up will give you sideways pickup on that.
Okay.
Okay, I need to look into that. That looks pretty hot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a one frame window. If you do 2 frames up, you won't get it.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Easy.
Good.
So we're gonna move on the pillar,
Makes sense.
take the dip, and then we'll get through this.
So dip. Dip is the truth. Got it.
So we get rate 3, and that means we can make it out without another encounter.
Apparently the dip reduces the rate. Oh, wait. No, it doesn't reduce the rate. It prevents you getting encounter tick. And avoid. Oh, yo, TAS actually does use avoid.
Ah.
Admitting defeat. Are you sure this is faster?
Yeah,
Okay.
because an encounter takes about 200 frames if you have a 0 AC 1 enemy. So you would get 2 encounters here if you had godlike Jiren. So it's better to just avoid. Also BRN. Like, a lot of this is also like, yes, we could do it in some areas. It's like, yeah, we could be faster, but also BRN.
Suboptimal. Come on, FX. That's
Actually, that was the fastest way I found.
okay. Interesting. Need the swag crate now. And so we're doing granite second. Okay. Are we skipping granite? Please don't tell me we're skipping granite.
No. I looked at skipping granite, but it's not actually faster.
Yeah. What did I fix, ruadath? Oh, sort inventory. Yeah, dude. That is the thing that I really don't want to route because it looks awful. But I'm sure it's going to save frames and stuff everywhere.
Yeah, it's actually, the sort inventory actually saved a lot of time. Because the more items you collect, the laggier your item menu gets as well. So sorting things to the front will actually save more and more time as you collect more stuff.
Yeah, but muscle memory, man. It's hard.
Yeah, I still don't know why emulators do this. They have to, like, the flickering shields, but it's not really a big deal. I should probably point it out to Andrew at some point, like, hey, this is a thing in Golden Sun, why does it happen? But it's not really a big deal.
Yeah.
Because MGBA is running at the correct frame rate. So because yeah, MGBA is running at the 59.7275006 FPS. But I guess we're streaming at 60, so yeah, that makes sense. That would desync a little bit.
Yeah.
It might just be YouTube actually screwing it up as well in this case.
Yeah, non-zero chance of that. I mean, it looks different to what I'm seeing on YouTube and what I'm streaming to people, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stream is definitely a bit worse. But
I don't know about that. YouTube looks like garbage to me.
oh, the YouTube one is just a straight like rapid flicker, and then the stream is actually has like solid seals at some points. But
yeah,
whatever.
I've got it reversed. I've got solids on YouTube and
Okay,
kind of
interesting.
nice on OBS.
Really doesn't matter though. Like we shouldn't linger on this too much. Screen, the freaking
Oh wait,
cutscene is
we
done.
are
Let's
going back
go.
to granite. Oh, okay.
Let's go get granite.
I would have assumed that we didn't get granite until after.
No, granite is definitely the fastest way. I
That's
did a bunch of
good.
testing here. I tried like the post-shred avoid kind of thing, you know?
yeah.
Because you would need avoid again to get granite. That's kind of the point.
Couldn't you just manip no encounter and then Sang can walk out?
You'll always get at least one.
Even at rate 1?
Raid 1 is so rare that it's pretty unlikely you would get it after Tread. You would have to do some weird stuff.
This is Jira in Hell though, so... possible.
So, yeah, this is gonna be great. Ruadath did this part, by the way. He found a really good Kolima forest. Also,
Yeah,
the split ends when we enter Treachery, so...
Enter trip, okay. But yeah, the Kolima version of that cutscene is really slow. Like, Ivan just is like, oh, why are there trees? I'm gonna mind read them. I'm gonna waste a ton of time. It's like
In
really,
no
really,
cutscene
really
patch,
slow.
you want to actually go to Kolima first. Because
Yeah.
the cutscene doesn't take that nearly as long. So actually do some suboptimal movement there to get a better encounter, and then move on.
Yeah, that room's the Jira in Hell room, as in the Jira is advancing every frame. So, I guess...
Which is
Hell
nice when you're TAS.
Nice for TAS.
Yeah,
Wait,
this is actually
no,
Jira in Heaven.
how is that optimal? How?
The moving to the right and then pushing it, like the
No,
lower
why,
one.
why did you push the log? What? That can't be optimal.
I'm not sure what you're
Like-
referring to.
Like, there's an extra log push.
Interesting.
Or maybe I'm just being silly.
I feel like Ruadath would have noticed, but... Or I would have noticed, I don't know.
No, have a look
But
later.
maybe, yeah, you could be right. We could have had an oversight somewhere. Anyway, this puzzle is quick.
It's time safe for next test, Buttface.
Right, so we're about to...
Okay.
And... There we go, we're like 1 pixel away from an encounter there as well. So that was a 1 encounter Kolima Forest.
And
Just gonna-
no breeze. Okay, sure.
Yeah. Jupiter
That
is
was-
just overrated, to be honest, I don't know.
Proc
So this out of bounds
pretty
is... This is why I split, like, upon entering the tree, because it's very different compared to the previous TAS.
good. And this is
Yeah, this
because
out of bounds...
You haven't cleared the junk for the hard reset, so you've got to do some weird stuff.
Exactly. So we haven't hard reset anywhere, so we're carrying overworld and veil data, and it's just... I will show you, like, after this is done, what the out of bounds looks like. It's actually just impossible for anyone if you're not... Like, you have to be a computer to do this. But if you were to hard reset, you could do this out of bounds just fine.
Yeah, hard resets make this a lot easier. Which is why when
Yeah,
we eventually reroute any percent, we'll do the hard reset below the ladder to get the trip counter that way.
Yeah. But also the out of bounds for RTA is different because of getting breeze, and then you're doing the out of bounds on the top right, and we're actually bottom left.
No, like the reroute of any percent will skip breeze.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Get luff instead.
So, growth, and then attack. Is this turn 3 already? I keep
Yeah,
forgetting.
this is turn 3.
Like I haven't been paying attention. Oh yeah, so attack. So yeah, that's tread.
Okay, that's fine.
The attack is actually beer on manip. Because we could do it slightly quicker. But there was also... I had a different strat at first where I used narrate,
So-
but then ruadath was like, actually Ramses plus attack is better.
In no save and quit, we're finishing sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
cool.
your 80% world record is just now like defeating Satyros, something like that.
Nope.
Might be a
Satoros is
bit
like
further
108. 108, 109. It's like quite fast. I think. I don't know, it's been forever since I played 80%.
But yeah, we're gonna instant drop as well to get the
Glad it's 6. I like that.
because you can menu well in the air and then just give the Hermes water as you're falling. Be like, yup.
Doing that art
Yeah, so
sounds
far-
like a terrible idea, but swag.
I mean, swag is time neutral. You already know that,
Exactly.
so.
Yeah. I imagine it puts you right just in the right position to open menu and use the thing as well. That's so nice.
Yeah, it's perfect. But yeah, entering the treachery actually, ruadath found a small improvement movement-wise, not time-wise, because it's actually slightly slower, but movement-wise he spends less encounter rate to get into treachery with like a down right input rather than a down, which is weird. But that's because at first we couldn't actually get the instant climb to work. But then he found this down plus right input, and then we could actually get into tread without the extra encounter. But
Very
while
nice.
using instant climb, because we had to do just regular rope climbing before. Because instant climbing, we'd have to do some extra movement to get into tread. But then he fixed it, which was great. So we're gonna actually get the apple here.
Yes! Yes! The apple!
And the reason is that... So the reason is that, first of all, it skips an encounter here. And then later on we can use it to manip our Jiren.
Oh, I love it. I love the apple so much. I consistently keep trying to route it in, and I keep routing it out, because it doesn't work. I'm glad
so
that
for
it's task
tasks,
optimal.
it's awful. It's amazing because you can stop on any frame by grabbing it and then skip an encounter.
That's so good. And of course we skip Zephyr.
Oh yeah, Zephyr is the worst. It's 2.5 minutes, isn't it? No.
Yep.
Alright, Mogul Forest. And this is where we'll start to see the consequences of skipping every Jupiter Dune. But rest assured, it's quicker to skip them all.
So, Bluezer, how many of these skips have you actually seen before?
That's actually why I'm being so quiet. I have never seen an 80% run before.
Yeah, so this is the door
This is,
9.
like, blowing my mind.
That's the
Yeah,
door
so-
9, yeah. It's
Door 9 is awesome.
FX gave me
That's
shit about
what
not
I
taking
came up
door
with.
9 for years.
Yeah, do you use the audio cue for it now, or do you just do something else?
It's been forever, but I do take door 9.
Yeah, but with the audio cue, or do you have
I don't
a
remember.
different? There's like
I think it's audio cue.
yeah. For me, the audio cue just works so nicely. So Quartz is going to be awkward because we don't have Jupiter Gin, but it's still going to
Because
be
text
pretty
first,
nice.
It didn't run away. What? Is this even legal?
So we actually intentionally took a bad encounter just before with the 4 enemies to get our attacks first Biren. So he only gets 1 action, even though we need 2 turns to kill him. And then we manip our summons to get a good Jiren for the rest of the forest. So how many encounters do you usually get, like, in No Save and Quit?
Ugh,
I guess Blueser would know.
too many.
Well, you go a different way too, right?
I mean, from like quartz, how many do you usually get?
Oh,
Like 4 or 5, something like that.
yeah, 4 or 5, yeah.
Probably more than that.
Seems
6,
about right.
7.
So we're just
yeah.
so we're just gonna not bother with the elven shirt actually, because it's
Makes sense.
whatever.
You don't need to.
The investment is about 26 seconds after this specific route. And 26 seconds is just too much to like justify.
Yeah, I think Elven Shirt probably stays in any percent for like weird fringe reasons, but I have seriously thought about skipping it there.
So yeah, we get a 2 enemy forest after quartz, or
Not
2
too
encounter
bad.
forest. It's not too shabby. But also, the Jira map after quartz also sets up more than just the forest. It also sets up Jean and or Xian and
Is this
Corona and everything.
Split on Killer Ape or split on Leave?
I think just Killer Ape kill. Yeah, Killer Ape. I'm not sure why I call the split Mogul Forest, but yeah.
At least it's not Mogul
Killer
Woods. Shoutouts to Bowie. Not using Cybele,
yeah, we
let's
don't
go.
have. Yeah,
That was
no,
nice.
screw Cybele. But we don't have Jupiter, so we're kind of like we have to optimize our damage in other ways. So we're gonna actually cast Forge a bunch and get a shit ton of damage with Fever. And we need Forge anyway because we want to cast Kirin, so it's not that bad.
I mean, this guy resists Jupiter anyway, which always annoyed me. But
Yeah, that's kind of why I was like, it's not that bad, but it's still slightly slower. I wonder what the split is gonna be like. To be honest, we're probably gonna be
Little
Still-
bit ahead.
yeah, still saving time probably.
Just a little.
I've
Alright,
seen
so-
scores is worse than this.
We're just gonna take a deep breath, guys. Just relax. This is such a chill, nice place. We can just walk around. Oh, we're gonna just do some menuing.
Something just happened.
Yeah, we dropped a bunch of items because we need to clear out our inventory for later in the game.
Oh, very nice spot to do it.
There's actually a bunch of lag when you do it here, but it's better than doing it anywhere else because the longer you wait, the worse the lag is gonna be.
Okay, so how much time would it actually take to get Breeze and Tread?
It's about 1 minute 20 seconds, I think it was. That's what I timed it at.
So every single Jupiter Gin's like over a minute.
Yeah, Gus is a minute, Breeze is 1 minute 20, Zephyr is 2.5, Smog is 15 seconds, but
Right.
also not worth it.
But as for this, the ones that has gone by so far.
So let's just get Corona on the perfect pixel.
Right to me, FX.
The 1 HP.
It was a Killer Ape split.
Oh, what? Oh, what's the Mogul Forest then? I don't even know.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
You tell me.
That's funny because that Mogul Forest split is then completely wrong, by the way.
Yeah,
It's funny.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably enter Mogul first, wouldn't it?
No, it's I remember now. It's when you get to the cutscene before Killer Ape, basically.
Ah,
But
Alright, Jiren,
whatever.
nice.
Just treat that as a Killer Ape kill, you know. So yeah, we manipulate Jiren. I'm sure you'll like this.
not. That's
Zero
bad.
encounter, yeah.
I would have got 3, but
You know, just
think
gotta do
Zero
it.
Zero
also
gets
fine.
one. I think any person gets 1 and it's attacks first, minipping attack from the living statue.
Yeah, we do some beer and manip for the statue as well. Ruadath worked on this fight because I had something that was like fine, but yeah, he found something that was better.
And when am I splitting Hydra Skip?
On entering the temple with Hama, like
Temple?
that's what I discussed with you yesterday, right? Or 2 days ago, I don't know.
Yeah.
Basically, the way you do it is. Oh, you didn't have to delete the Mogul Forest. We could have kept it as
No, but
just Killer Ape,
that's just fun.
but it's fine like this.
Oh, yep. Infinite Climb, shoutouts to Felissa.
Ah, yeah. We're just gonna go and interact with this dude. So yeah, this fight is gonna look weird, but it was definitely faster than what I came up with at first, and
Not this spell
Yeah,
usage
couldn't-
is not okay, guys. Come on.
Yeah, not
I
very
mean,
happy
when you
with
don't
that.
have any Jupiter Gene, you kind of have to compromise somewhere.
Fair enough. Okay, attack. Okay, nice.
Yeah, and actually the attacks are nice because we need to cure anyway. Basically, we only take damage when we want to in the task as well. It's something I forgot to kind of mention to the stream, but yeah, basically, whenever we take damage, it's because we intended for us to take
So-
damage, not because
Second
the
walk
game
here is
decided.
faster than walk back.
Yep.
Interesting. Oh yeah, of course. This retreat takes forever. And you've never seen this before, have you, Blizzard? Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, this is something. Oh yeah, we found
Yeah,
a better out of
double
bounds,
color
even. Or
mask.
Ruadath
Wait,
found a
is
Ruadath
that-
found
is that
a
the s-
better out of bounds.
Is that the same double color
Sorry?
Navi minute?
Yep.
Yo!
Because your Jiren is the same.
Nice.
So we're just gonna quickly heal everybody, run out of synergy, reset, and this is the
Hard
required
reset.
hard reset. There you go. Yeah, you can't do this out of bounds without hard reset. So, yeah, we had a 6th attack cancel strategy here at Plexa, but Ruadath found a better one that I don't think a human can do. But for TAS, it's like a pixel away from an encounter, obviously, and it's better. So we're just
there's
gonna
movement
do some.
that I learned and I've forgotten. Oh, it's gross.
Ah, yes. Very good, Alton.
Pretty decent.
Yeah, not the worst. So, and let's see what the split is like. Minus 6 minutes. Yeah, it looks about right. So this is a good time to.
Yeah, this is the bathroom split, right?
Yeah, you can just take a break and do whatever. Yeah. So I want to point out that even though we we had the split at the wrong point, so we split after Killer Ape on Mogul Forest, it was still gold and saving a bunch of time over the previous task. So we were faster with the boss fight added into it.
But no save and quit trait will record time is 130xx. FYI. This is all kinds of illegal.
Sounds about right.
I'm gonna say it's
335
Japanese text.
has a
That's the only
130?
difference. Sorry?
The 335 has a 130?
Oh no, I mean like the my best trait. It's like a 130.
Okay.
I think the 335's got a 131.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I think the 11824 Satoros has like the god trait as well.
1924.
Yeah.
So,
I'm just gonna. I'll be right back.
sure. So, this is kind of the point where our work on the task kind of died for a bit. Because we both had stuff to do, and then when I came back to it, it was Lamak, and I was like, Lamakan.
No one likes Lamakan.
And then Ruadath came in and started working on it, and I was like, okay, fuck it. We need to find something good. And then I started helping as well, and we found a pretty nice manip for Lamakan.
So wait, you said that
And
was the
Ruadath
only
made it go quick.
You said that was the required
sorry.
hard reset, right? Does that mean
Yeah.
you don't need a hard reset for Manticore Skip?
Yeah, we do still need a hard reset, because the
okay.
overall data is
Yeah, that's what I
too
thought.
bad
So
for us.
there's 2 required. Okay.
Mhm.
Got it.
And that's actually going to be the final hard reset.
Yeah, I figured.
So once we do Manticore Skip, everything from then on is one giant beer minute.
That's pretty nice. It's not that crazy future. Like it's very
Yeah.
very feasible to have long barium minutes with human possible. It's even possible to have like GRM, BRM manips for long periods of time. Like, all gen has a manip from end of Lumper through to end of Crossman Isle. Like, all of that movement is like 1 minute.
Yeah. I remember watching that, I was like, yeah, that's nice. So here we're gonna wait, because we need to advance our GRN. Get a rate 7, and then we get a pretty nice Lamican out of that. And ruadath did the Lamican section. I pretty much just like looked at it, was like, yeah, that looks pretty quick.
Looks good. Looks fast, yeah. Oh man, I hope there's a slip and slide. That'd make me so happy.
So yeah, above us, right about now, there's smog, but we're not gonna bother.
The smog's like a big screen above, but yeah.
Yeah.
RIP smog. One smog.
It's about a 15-second investment, but 15 seconds is a lot for a TAS.
Oh, Blueser,
So
back.
the movement here is gonna look weird, but it's I actually checked it, I double checked it, and I triple checked it, and it is actually optimal to just hold left and run past that.
Yeah, believe me.
We're gonna cure everybody to full, take damage, and then hard reset again.
There's no encounters in that room, future. Makes things quite easy.
Yeah, that final room is no encounters. Also, this room is no encounters, but we'll fix that. But yeah, we took damage right before entering, because then we can cure again and drain all of our energy. And this out of bounds is slightly different compared to English, but it's just offset by a couple blocks, basically. So yeah, out of bounds here, I do a GRM manip out of bounds, which you can't see, but there's like I'm assuming you know, Plexa, there's a sand square as well, where you can run over it to kick up clouds out of bounds. And you can manip your GRN with it, so that's what I did here, to get a better Calais overworld after courts, after Vine.
Split.
It's fine. Don't worry about the splits.
Oh, Manticore!
No Manticore.
Yeah, no, there is no Manticore. You kind of missed it, but it's just a bunch of out of bounds running.
Yeah, Manticore skip was found, as we were saying at the beginning, like around the time that this task was being made, like started being made. Or maybe it even motivated you to get into action or something, I don't know. But only any
I mean, I was already...
I thought it was
The thing that
found
motivated
after.
the thing that motivated me was that I realized, like, why do we even take Zephyr at all? Like, why?
Oh yeah, Zephyr. Yeah, Zephyr. We killed Zephyr, and then we killed Manticore, that's right. No,
So yeah, we're losing time on Vine because we don't have Thor. But the time loss on all of these fights is fairly small. You're like in the range of 5 to 10 seconds at best. Or at worst, actually, I should say. So I did the timings on Scorch, compared to like all the other gen we could get, and Scorch is just the best one. Because Scorch is also super useful, while the others are not.
Yo, that is unreal fast. What the heck?
The move cast, or what?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That statue is usually like the laggiest thing in the world. That is disgusting.
So, if you interact with this guy from like close by, just do this.
Yep. It's like
You hold
up
left.
frame, right?
Yeah, it's up left for 3 frames, and then you can interact. Or left for 2 frames and up left for 1 frame. That works too. So, this cutscene has variable like GRN and like frame count based on where Isaac stands because camera.
Oh, so that's why you're a little bit
So-
to the right. Uh-huh.
Yep. Instead of like trying to get it as quickly as possible.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, because after the cutscene, Isaac gets moved up into the middle of the street. I don't know if you have ever noticed.
I haven't noticed. Not on. It's been forever since I've done South Exit. Just no 7 quick always goes left because it's just more convenient.
Yeah. So for South Exit, yeah, you get moved up to the middle of the street and a little bit up. So
Oh,
you want
so
to
you
be
just
closer
hold-
to that point.
Yeah, you just hold down to leave anyway, so like the camera's panning over and you gain control, so you never see where Isaac is.
Yeah, you never see it.
never see it. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know either, and then I noticed because I just let the thing run for once, and then I was like, oh wait, the cutscene is over. It's like, oh, Isaac just standing where I didn't leave him. That's kind of like, Yeah, Future X, the instant climbs on all the stairs actually are just frame savers. The only stairs where it's not a saver is going up on the staircase in Vault, because you can walk pretty much into the stairs on that one. But every other staircase up and down is faster to instant climb.
I like that the old ass man thing still syncs with the old ass man, so that's great.
Alright, so the boat is gonna take a while because cutscenes.
Hold up.
And it's,
You don't have sleep. Or access to sleep. But you got
Yeah,
missed.
we've missed.
Never mind. Missed and Scorch. Never mind. I lied. I was about to be very impressed, but now I'm slightly less impressed.
I have the Bracken strat written down here as well. It's quite something, because you know we don't have any Jupiter Gin. So I'm like next to the Saros fight and the like final fights. I'm pretty proud of this Kraken as well. But that's a while. We just first need to sit through all the boat 1, 2, 3 and all the cutscenes.
You know you can trigger this from here, Melissa.
Sorry, what was that, Blizzard?
I was asking Valissa, where have you been going then? If you didn't know you could trigger the cutscene there.
Yeah, a lot of people
Below
trigger
the
it below the stairs. Yeah, like it looks like casually that's kind of like where you go, but you can just go straight left. Even like we didn't know that for a little while actually. Way back in 2013, like even worse is sub 4 or whatever.
He goes down.
He goes down left. Yeah.
No.
If you just hold left, you go down the stairs. Yeah, you need to go up left a bit. Also,
No instant climb. No, I know that one's
Sorry?
save time. No instant
Yeah,
climb. Just no, I know that one doesn't save time because you go on top, which is stupid.
yeah, exactly. But the falling into the loading zone definitely. So, this cutscene was kind of fun because you can min-max your positioning next to the captain, and I don't know, I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, I know you can do that, but I'm bad at it. I'm just kind of like, am I close enough? Yep. All right, I'm close.
There might be some construction stuff. I don't know if you can hear it.
Barely coming through. Barely.
Alright.
Discord is
So-
actually pretty good with their noise cancelling tech. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, my I mean, I have my sensitivity quite low as well, or high. I mean, no, low sensitivity. Yeah, this is a TAS run. Yes, this is a tool assisted speedrun made by me and ruadath. Worked on it for about a year, and it's pretty fast.
Yeah, there's so far quite a bit of disagreement, but that happens when you get disgusting things like skipping all the gen and fighting Satoros anyway. So you do put Douse on Isaac, that's really interesting. Why do you do that?
Because we need to waste this energy later on. That's pretty much the only reason.
But
Like-
wouldn't you use Frost for that?
Way later on. Sorry?
Wouldn't you use Frost for that?
No, because we have to use Dows anyway to clear some puzzles. And,
Oh, okay, so that's Tunnel Ruins stuff, basically.
yeah.
Yeah, got it, makes sense. Interesting that you do it now, though. It's like, I would have thought you would have done it later, but I
Yeah,
guess you're not
so
grabbing
doing it
from
here
the-
is actually the best. Because later on, we don't actually want to do menus anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like the more you collect, the worse your menus get, as I mentioned. So better do it now. This is kind of just where it fit in, and it worked out nicely.
You could have done it during the Killer Ape menu, but the HDR menu, but yeah. But they would have added inputs. And
Yes,
stuff,
but also
synergy.
we'd have yeah. So your menus get laggier when you have more synergy. So you want to do that later as well if you can possibly do it. It's like the balance between having an extra menu somewhere or doing it early.
Interesting. I wonder if there's a strat in like all gen or 100% or all bronze transferables, I should say, where you like unequip synergy you're not using to minimize lag. It'd be interesting.
Pre-Kraken encounters are going to be speed. Interesting you should ask, because we don't have the Elven shirt. So who's gonna outspeed all the enemies? The answer is, well, Mia can kinda do it, but only when she has 2 Mars gens set, so we cannot use Meteor.
But you kind of need media.
So we're only gonna be using Judgment.
Interesting.
Because if you were to use Meteor, you'd have to recover 2 sets of Jin, because you need 2 Jin on Mia. So you'd be recovering 2 times anyway, so you might as well just recover once for each Judgment.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Quickly gonna set up the Mars Jin for Mia, and then she will barely outspeed with a perfect Jiren roll. She gets barely enough agility to tie them, and therefore
Let's go,
outspeed.
Mia. Mia is the truth, guys. Mia.
Yeah, it's a fact.
I was so sad. My 336 pace run, I actually got to mint Mia, and it was like amazing. But then 336 died, so no one will ever see the Mia strats.
What did it die to?
Cicero's Minati. The Minati did turn 2 resist, and then turn 3 break, and then turn 4 resist. It was disgusting.
Classic.
No, Death Size proc. Death Size proc on turn 4, sorry.
Of course.
It was the wheelhouse of how can we lose time. Sad.
How hard is it for a Beeless runner? I mean, there's no need to hide that getting Mia is just faster. That doesn't detract from Mia as being a fun category, to me.
Thank you for adding that last part.
I mean, getting, like, you get to play TLA classes and stuff, it's great. I think it's fun.
I was really pleased that they named Mia after you in TLA earlier today. That was so good.
Larry! Alright, so this encounter we actually cannot outspeed bats. So we're just gonna, we don't have to worry about fixing our Jiren to outspeed anything, just the bats are gonna be faster anyway.
Wait, are the bats faster than the Virago?
What?
No, faster than the Scuttles.
No.
What was that movement?
We're recovering Jin.
That was swaggy as all hell, man.
That's the fastest way to do it. You just up down every other frame.
Oh,
We did it for the-
okay.
Yeah.
I got you. I was like, how did you do that? Like, are you running against a wall or something? It's alternating frames. Makes sense, makes sense.
Like, that works out the best way to do it like that. You could also do sideways, obviously, but this was the best way.
That looks cooler. That's kind of cool. It reminds me of recovering in Tandaria, where you can just like run against, when you're on ice, you just jam against the wall and it recovers your gem. It's really cool.
Oh yeah, you can also do something similar by the Bilibin Barricade, right? You can run it against the mountains.
Yes, but that's like it's slightly different because that one you're doing like the it's like an overworld weirdness.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
just the mountains are kind of badly.
'Cause-
Put
yeah,
there.
there's so many instances where the overworld has got like a random like peak or bit that will make you get stuck as you run down.
Alright, so now we get the 2 Scuttles plus a Virago. Virago is going to outspeed us, but the Scuttles we can outspeed if we roll a perfect Girendel, as I said. So that's our next objective. But also, again, the whole thing has been a BRN manip so far. Even the encounter after Vine has been a BRN manip. Because we could, add BRNs based on getting different encounters, but we went with a single enemy. Because it gets us the better patterns from the both encounters, but also the Kraken fight, and also Altmiller, and also Colosso, and Suhala Desert. So yeah.
Okay, so you just take the hit. She doesn't outspeed the Virago.
Oh, yeah.
Was the thought to get like the blonde lady earlier and recover Jin off of that?
That's what we're gonna do for Kraken.
Yeah, I was just thinking that maybe
we still need
getting
to
the
recover.
Swordsman last might make sense.
So we move closer to her because we need to do the movement anyway to recover the Jin, and that way her like moving towards us is gonna be shorter. So we spend less time waiting for her.
Makes sense.
So that's why we stood very far away from the others, but that one we want to be as close as possible. Because, if you have to move anyway, then you might as well get closer for the cutscene. So, in No Save and Quit, you do like a bunch of sleep attempts, right? Because it's
Yep.
Like the mist is a 50, and then there's a sleep from
30.
Ivan, and then...
Mist is 30.
Or 30.
I don't use Mist.
Yeah.
Sleep is 50. Sleep bomb's 30.
Oh,
Scorch is
sleep
30.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
really
we
nice.
have
It's
nothing of that. We only have mist.
You
Oh,
got
we have Scorch too,
so,
but...
yeah.
Yeah, but Scorch. How long does it take to script a game like Golden Sun TAS? So we didn't script it really, but we usually go frame by frame. And it took us about a year to do this. We could have spent more time, but yeah. Anyway, Kraken.
That
Okay,
is a slow
okay.
action. Okay.
Yeah, he gets one action because we don't have Elven Shirt.
It's slow though.
So this is actually faster than getting Elven Shirt, because the action for Kraken only takes about 4 seconds.
I know, but like, it could have attacked you or like done anything
Sure,
else.
but we need the BRNs.
Fair enough. And prolong the sleep duration, because that's a thing.
Of course. So effectively a 3-turn, because we just did a turn doing nothing. And Ivan also had 1 defend on turn 1.
You get the extended sleep.
Yep. He's still asleep, and he's still asleep.
Yeah, that's
Oh, he's not asleep anymore. Ah, there was another
Definitely.
shot that I was working with, and where he did stay asleep for the entire fight. Or no, but this is last turn, right? Or am I? Oh wait, no, there's one more turn. Or no, yeah, no, he was asleep for the whole fight. He was asleep for 2 turns, 3 turns. Like turn 1, he's asleep
so
after his first
so
action.
it's just one extent. Okay.
Yeah, 1 extent. There was another strat that I worked with where he was actually asleep for the whole fight, but that was a meteor strat,
Whoa!
which
Oh, damn. Talk to that guy from like the screen away.
yeah, they're moving very quick. So
Oh, I forgot to split again. God damn it.
it's okay.
I'm in awe, guys. I'm in awe. I'm like, man, my mind.
Okay, so
And
the
then
next
I
split,
split.
I need to remind you about when to do it anyway.
I think it's safe to say we're a hit, guys. Another guy on splits. Shit. I've got no one else with me.
So the previous TAS does Alt Miller in different order. So
Ground
that's why I
Blast?
just made an Alt Miller split. Sorry?
Ground Blast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing now.
Yeah, old splits are against TAS. Yeah, so Ground Blast is actually very interesting. We used to do Ground Blast a long time ago, and it would be optimal. But Barbie has squiggly text, which advances the GRN, which we can't control in Manip. So, after a lot of thought, I concluded that nipping ground is more optimal than just YOLOing it. So
Yeah, I mean, I never noticed the squiggly text thing because it goes away in one frame. But yeah.
I know, but I mean, in theory, you could have used wiggly text to do GRN Manip, right?
Yeah.
In theory.
So, we're gonna tag Tolby, but not because we want to take the encounter reset, but because we need to tag Tolby so we can warp there later.
Yeah. Otherwise, we warp to the boat,
and
which is slower.
Yeah, and we could do this overworld without an encounter, but we actually take this encounter because we're 3 BRN away from attacks first. So we're gonna take the encounter, get the BRN for attacks first, and then go to Hail. And that looks slow, but there's a lot of lag on the menu.
Yeah, I was about to say, that looks really slow. But, lag.
It's the best we could do. Because we're waiting on Jin to recover after Kraken, and you have to do it somewhere in the overworld, and might as well do it there.
Because doing stuff in the overworld is laggier, right?
Yeah. So we're gonna Mind Read, which is gonna serve as well. And our Alt Miller is actually gonna be stupid.
Split on enter, or?
No.
Okay.
When we get ground is when you split. Like when you reset, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll remind you.
Okay.
Because I figured like that would be the fairest comparison. Like when we go back to Tolby is the best way to split. But yeah, we're gonna. So I forgot to mention. Like, so we got attacks first in Hail. We got attacks first there, and we get attacks first again.
Yep.
The 3 attacks first. I'd love to see it. And that's
Triple
about as good as
attacks
you can
first
do, right?
exist. Sorry?
That's about as good as you can do, like chaining 3 together.
Yeah, that's the best you can do basically.
And sometimes
You have to get an encounter where you can actually fight with the attacks first, and then manip attacks first on the next 2.
Yeah, we do that.
But
we
also,
do that kind of manip all the time. But yeah.
But yeah, I'll just like mention our attack cancels throughout Alt Miller are 1 0 1 1 0 3 4 1.
Gross. That's better than manip. And 80%.
Yeah, and we don't cast any synergy either.
80%'s got like a 7, like it's like 0010076 or something.
Yeah, I don't remember what my meal does, but it does something similar. It's not great. So we're gonna push that pillar from, down below, because why not? So, I did the math on this Alt Miller because I thought it was interesting. If you don't count running, like the run chance for encounters, because we can technically always run, just the rates to make this work is a 1 in 900 million.
Oh, yep. but yeah, that's pretty lucky. It's like dream luck.
Yeah, I also, like, for fun, I did it, because we have a momentary, because we have... Actually, I'll wait for the Bobby cutscene and then I'll mention it. So, we get a, like, slightly suboptimal puzzle here, but because Alt Miller, like, the rest of Alt Miller is so good, is that it's just great. So we get, yellow. Ideally, you would just... Yeah, we're gonna get white. But ideally, you would get the far right, I don't know the color anymore, and then you would get white. Yeah, ideally you would get red, white, or red, yellow. Sorry?
Why is this less often than red, yellow?
Because you have to do a little bit of extra turning to get the yellow. So we're manipulating the draft, obviously.
Nice delay on the pickup, yeah.
Gonna reset our encounter because we were like 2 pixels away. And then go through it again. So, yeah, gonna cast move here because we do need to manip something else as well. This is the best way to do it because we are quite far away from good encounter rates, but because we need to go to ground, right? So we need to manipulate that in order to advance. Attacks first again, by the way.
I'm surprised you don't manip off of Bobby. Very surprised.
So the Jiren is really far away. foreground to get there. So that's what they like. We could do it. Like we could wait on the draft for longer as well, but it's not close enough. We just
Interesting. I'm genuinely surprised that you used the move. So
yeah. So move is only 115-ish frames, something like that. So it's half an encounter.
Yeah, I'm surprised that you couldn't do a 70 attack cancel mumbo jumbo thing. I actually less than that, 30 attack cancels or something.
What?
Because couldn't you do like 30 attack cancels and get comparable?
No, an attack cancel is 18 frames, so you can do like 6 attack cancels for the price of 1 move.
Wow, I did not know that. Interesting.
Well, defend cancels, but yeah. If you're gonna attack cancel, it's gonna be even worse.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, but if you were to consider something for manip in like an RTA, you'd rather. I think you can do like 4 attack cancels before move becomes faster.
Interesting.
Yeah. So now we're at the Babi cutscene, because I think people will appreciate. I did also calculate the total chance if you were to play completely casually after bandits, like so basically from the moment we kill bandits up until we defeat Saderos, to do all of that the way the TAS does it, but you're playing casual and you're just enjoying the game, it would be a 1 in 1.6 times 10 to the power 24 chance, which is worse than Minecraft Lucky for Dream. So in other words, you will never ever see this casually. Yeah, you will never ever see it.
It's actually nice to know, you know, it's like you see how optimal all this stuff is and you're like, damn, why can't we be that optimal? But
yeah, it's just because it's a chance of a 1 with 24 zeros after it, you know.
Yeah.
That's why.
Just gotta get those runs in.
Yeah, just play more, I don't know.
Yeah.
Grind that intro.
No, don't split yet, by the way. But
Yeah,
Face
you
is
said on ground, yeah.
reminding you, but it's when we reset.
I mean, dude, I have enough trouble getting like 3 fleas in the prologue, let alone like 10 to the power of 24 luck on Satoros.
I mean, to do the entire section, including Satoros. The Satoros fight on its own is only like a 1 in 100,000. It's not that bad. But also bad enough that you will never ever see it casually.
Not that bad. Man, we need to get you playing some No 7 Quit, then you can recontextualize not that bad. God, we're lucky if Satoros doesn't open with attack. Jeez.
I mean, ideally you open with Eruption, so, you know. It's something I would rather not see myself when I'm playing Manip.
I feel like that's happened to me less than 10 times. Eruption first.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a modulus 8, so you'd expect it to happen. I mean, yeah,
Pretty
1 in 8.
often,
Pretty often. If you're running that often, you'd expect it.
Yeah.
I mean, I do know about the rate 30s. I just avoid them.
Also, I still don't believe death size. There's no way. It's like, what is it? 1 in what?
Oh, it's supposed to be like 1 in 20 or something.
Instant death is
way.
supposed to be a 30% proc chance if you just have baseline luck.
Like,
Oh yeah,
so
that reminds me. After we split for ground, after we reset, I'll mention it because we'll have like colossal cutscenes. But that reminded me the instant death thing. I'll mention it in a moment. And split. So we're gonna go into colossal cutscenes, and I'll take the moment to mention because I was watching the run earlier on, on ESA, and I noticed the watery graves, and it like reminded me that you mentioned the festival code thing, and that it's probably unlikely to proc 4 deaths with 1 because of that. So I worked it out, and it's a 1 in about 8,500, and the Bjorns do exist, and I've worked out the first 4 that it happens on. The first Bjorn it happens on is 4,907, and then 8,225, then then around 13k and around 21k. Those are the first 4 BRNs where your entire party will wipe to, with any configuration, by the way, your party will wipe to Watery Grave. They will all proc instant death.
Blueser doesn't know about Watery Grave yet, so...
Yeah, I'm just not listening. It's fine, I wasn't paying attention.
But also, at 5,000 BRN being the first, you're not really gonna see it.
Yeah.
Even if you like play 12 hours straight for casual, you're just running around fighting all random stuff, I don't think you can reach 5,000, like it takes so long.
Yeah, like BRNs can get, like, we usually get to around like 1,000 or something by Poseidon or something in a normal run.
So I worked out the first 4 because, I mean, the 4th one is 21,000, you're never gonna ever get anywhere near that.
Yeah.
Right. So, gonna do a quick Colossal menu because... Yeah, there we go.
Brute is like... Brute is such a trap. Like, when I was first writing No 7 Quit, I took all the stuff from Manip with me, so I was like, yes, Brute, must do Brute, it's fast. And then, like, it's just impossible. You just die.
But there's 5 nuts, though.
Yeah, but it's still impossible.
Really? Is 5 nuts not enough?
Not enough.
Huh. For just Azart and Satrin?
Yeah.
Like, not even counting Navampa, 5 is not enough. Huh, interesting.
Because one of those
wouldn't it be, like, super unlikely that you need, like, more than 5?
No.
Okay.
It's unlikely. It's not super unlikely. It's not 1 in 10, no 1 in 100,000. It's actually a normal number.
Alright, so now we get to have some fun because we have to waste time, and I try to make it entertaining. I hope you like it. So we're just gonna do the course normally once, and then we're gonna...
No oil drop, interesting.
Don't do it.
Alright.
Jeez. Brilliant.
And we're still, like, with time to spare. So future piss off, you have time to collect nuts.
Get good, Hazard. Oh, my god, those shots fired.
Also, notice we're level 10, so, you know.
Well, let's go.
Yeah, and he defends because...
Oh, Delusion. I love Delusion.
Yeah, me too.
Unlucky that he rainbows there, but there's no other way to do it. But yeah, Brute is just great. Planet Diver would be, like, whatever, but, you know, for casual play, Planet Diver is better than Ragnarok. But we don't need that.
I am surprised that
Yeah,
Judgment isn't faster here. So it's interesting.
So yeah, it's basically because we're so fragile.
But doesn't Venus give you more health and stuff?
I mean, not nearly enough to survive any of this.
Is it because Fever and Delusion?
Yeah, Fever with Delusion, but also Scorch. Basically, we have to we can't take any hits from them. We have to force them to skip their turn, basically.
Makes sense.
Because, I mean,
very minute. That's exactly the thought process in Minute.
Yeah.
There was actually a time where Minute picked up a smoke bomb, which is like not this chest, but the next one, and used that on what's his face. Wait, do you not sit with Jin when doing the thing? When the platforms move?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. Sit friends.
Plexa got me on this one too.
Same streams, man. Yeah. But yeah. So if when the platform starts moving, if you do the main event, it will also move on the gladiator side, so it saves like a tiny bit of time.
Oh, you mean like that? That's interesting.
Yeah. So you would have saved whatever the time is there in manually.
Yeah, it's like 15 frames, but the lag is way less. Like they keep moving during the menu, but only when you're actually performing actions you'll get lag. So it's a couple frames, most likely then. Or actually, maybe it doesn't. I wonder then, because the lag would still freeze the frame on the platforms as well for both me and the other guy. Yeah, we're gonna set Scorch and Scorch again to stun him again.
Yep.
Scorch is pretty good. Yo, no nuts, let's go.
Hell yeah.
Is this even nut losser? This should be illegal.
Please tell me Navampa one-shots you.
Almost. But you'll see. No, you'll see. Well, yeah, I guess it depends on how you look at it.
Did you guys test talking to the dudes and where you should talk to them from?
You mean like where you talk to them to give your party members away?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean... Basically,
Just
Isaac
checking,
gets
because-
moved away.
Yeah, because you can also do it from directly in front of them, where Isaac moves but the party member doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, either way... The movement is...
I think the movements, there's a tiny bit of time save if you...
Yeah,
on
maybe.
The first and the third one, if you talk to them from in front. But not the second one. But that could just be making shit up. Oh,
Also
how
diagonal
far
jump.
it is.
So this is a little joke with the pillar with these pushing thingies. There we go. Just have each of them push me, but I keep moving.
Yeah. Of course. Good.
Yeah,
Good.
of course.
Good.
I mean, but also here we're gonna have some time left over, so we're gonna have to fill it somehow. Let's just push it from, you know, the top corner. All right.
Yeah.
How many can we do?
The chain. Is it 3? Oh wow.
No. Don't mind me.
It's 5? 5 of it?
It's 4. Could maybe do 5 because we have a little bit of time left over. But they would be
equipment taking off. That makes sense.
Yeah. So our B run is good, but for Navampa it means it's kind of meh. But there you go.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Just get sliced. I mean, level 10 Isaac. What do you expect?
Yeah.
How did you even save time in Colosso? What the heck?
Yeah, crazy, huh? But it's
Mad.
a little bit better.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Like, I would have thought there's like no time save in Colosso possible.
So the time save is from Satrash not getting any actions, basically.
Fair enough.
I think because previous TAS did something similar, but didn't like stun him the whole fight. But here he just doesn't do anything other than one attack.
Yeah, makes sense. I don't know, Thompson. I haven't actually calced it. It may.
I mean, he
maybe
barely
something
kills
you
me
can-
with this. Like this, he barely kills me. So
yeah,
if you're higher
it's
level,
not a one hit, but what you can do, I think, if you remove armor, is you can defend and then attack. So I think that is a kill if you do that. And defending is slightly better than attacking because faster input, but doesn't trigger the nut, or is less likely to trigger the nut. Yeah, I will give FX this VOD and it'll be uploaded to his YouTube channel, I assume. Well, if he
yeah,
wants to.
that's the plan. That is the plan. The split speaks for itself, by the way. It's when we exit the desert.
Yep.
I just renamed it from tornado skip rather than So
Okay,
whatever.
but
Solar
real
desert.
talk, no assassin blade.
Mhm.
Not that surprised, but
So anyway, fake summon spam doesn't work here because our BRN wouldn't work out. He would smoke bomb us on the turn 2.
yeah, fake summon spam's not actually that fast. If you can get away with attacking's gonna be faster. Pretty sure.
It's just like Navampa's first turn is defend on our BRN, and I tried different BRNs too, but it just doesn't really work out. So yeah, he defends, and basically anything we do other than attack is a bad outcome.
It's looking like that, Hilda. Maybe there's some spicy stuff coming down, but I can't think of anything. Everything else, anything else you could possibly get appears to be losing a lot of time.
Yeah,
Except
so,
Gaia Blade. You'd get Gaia Blade, right? Surely.
Yeah, Gaia Blade is nice. It's just for the final fights. But
Will I work on future
Yes.
tasks? No. These guys are too insane for me. These guys, I couldn't do this. This is a different level of insanity.
we're at like our file will tell you 60k re-records, but it's more like 70k. So we did like 70,000 like rewinds and retry.
Yeah, I did a test of the intro in English, and I stopped after the intro for a reason. It was really enlightening though, like being able to see everything on like a pixel and frame level kind of lets you know what is and is not possible, and I think that's really cool. But seeing this now is also kind of serving the same purpose. Well, that's a good question, Happy Camper.
So for me with the TAS, I route one thing and I TAS it, and then I have a baseline by having that, and then I start by and then everything I like reroute I compare with the baseline. So for a lot of things it just comes down to a couple frames even. But for RTA, it's practicality plus rough timing, really. Like if something technically saves 5 frames, but you have to have perfect menuing, then I'd rather not save the 5 frames, you know what I mean? RTA, like obviously in a TAS you're gonna take the 5 frames.
Depends, right? Depends if the input's easier or not. Like TLA is
Yeah, in RTA,
definitely like that.
Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. Like if the inputs are terrible, then the 5 frame save doesn't really mean anything because can't
You
really
never get
perform
that,
it.
I mean, TLA does a ton of suboptimal menus just to kind of cheat the menu and trying to get around all the lag. I'm sure some of that's relevant here, but TBS menus are so much nicer.
Yeah. We try to time menus with favorable like lag setups, because sometimes when you open a menu, you'll have more lag in certain areas, and if you wait a bit and do it later, you'll have a better, I don't know, better outcome. But it's like we don't really understand the lag frames, so we just kind of went with whatever worked for us.
So Blueser is like a no save and quit exclusive runner. How mind-blowing is this?
Very. I mean, like I knew you guys were skipping a lot with save and quits, but I didn't quite understand exactly how much.
Yeah. I also considered running back, by the way, from the palace rather than resetting here, but no.
I imagine the slot game never made it in.
No.
Too slow.
So actually, intentionally suboptimal on leaving, because we need +3 GRN to get a encounter rate to not get anything here. And this is getting a rate 9, so we can make it to Suhala, not the desert, but the actual town. You need a rate 5 or better to make it to Suhala Desert, but the 5 or better is actually 1 GRN early compared to where we are, and we can't actually get there. So we have to do it like this.
Do the encounter reset, okay.
Yeah, so we have to take the encounter reset, kind of like Emil. And it
Makes sense.
works out very nicely for the BRN this way, and GRN is fair.
So is this a... Oh, it is Judgment Tiamat. Yeah, Judgment Tiamat still go. Nice.
Yeah. So Assassin Blade costs, I think it was 28 seconds in my timings for TAS. So, and 28 seconds is too much. Like you can't justify 28 seconds.
I mean, I'm on the verge of cutting it in 80% as well, but it definitely is worth its salt and more Jin.
Yeah, you get to deal
Kill
with
everything.
Todonpa and other stuff.
Jin,
else?
Dodonpa.
Todonpa.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Jin mostly. Yeah.
Makes sense. This you'd never do this though, like in RTA. Like you can't, like, Tiamat is really annoying GRN wise. Like sometimes it's consistent, most of the time it's not. So
Yeah.
in theory this is fast,
Yeah.
but you can never get GRN control and you just hate your life.
Yeah, Tiamat is terrible. Not great.
Look at that, all
we're
the
just-
encounter skips. That's disgusting.
Oh yeah. It also gets better.
Please tell me you have 0 encounters to flash. Please.
That's actually not possible. I tried.
Dang.
At least
So
at
that's
our level, it's not possible. Because I'll remind you that we are level 11 right now. So
Yeah. Well, any percent's level 12, so
yeah.
not that far off.
Previous TAS is also level 12 here, I think. But then it gets to level 13
It's a
after
jump,
Flash,
yeah.
and I get to level 12. So it's just one level ahead, basically. So here we ground, not necessarily because we don't want him to use an ability, but because we need to beer him in it.
Makes sense. And this is the last gen, yeah?
Yep.
Yep, they do? Interesting. Not really, actually, you probably do. Well, I don't know, do you do the Sahila Gate skip? Interesting. Oh, I guess we'll find out.
So because of this beer minute, we don't. It's better this way. So
Swag walk, nice.
yeah, it's because we need to waste movement, so we get this.
Yeah, those manticles are nice to run away from.
Yeah, they're lower level.
One encounter exit, nice.
It's very nice.
Yep. And then the -1 GRN was a 0 AC for the Manticore, but also 0 encounter here, and it sets up attacks first for Suhala Gate.
Interesting. So there is like in the next screen you can do retreat glitch, go to the bottom. Maybe you didn't even have to go to the bottom of the task. No, you do. I don't know. Anyway, retreat warp, get out of bounds, and you can just skip right to the other side.
Yeah, you can. No, you can. Yeah, you can walk to the left on the and just wrap the screen and take the door.
Yeah. But do we do that?
I've actually found the left door, and I think you were going right at first, right? You were.
Yeah, you found a better
crossing
door.
the screen.
I found a top door. You found a bottom door, like the better
Yeah.
door. So you don't actually do that. That's so interesting. Oh, because you need to
Yeah,
train
it's because
PP
it
and
attacks
that takes
first.
forever.
Yeah, also draining side energy. Wouldn't be that
Yeah.
bad because we already have taken damage, but we'd rather save that damage to heal it up
Yeah.
with
Oh shit! Yeah.
for
dude.
Bobby Runes.
I
Bobby
just
Lighthouse.
can't split today, guys. Wow.
Don't worry.
I worry. Chat's grilling me now. Must be the blues or.
Yeah, so exit on the right, exit and get back in because retreat.
Yeah. So
Reveal at the perfect place.
reveal
Gonna
walking
manip
doesn't
this.
work in this for whatever.
Yeah, you have to actually do this normally. But we manip the carry stone, and you'll see what's going to happen for the rest of the late game.
Yeah, you want damage anyway. That's a nice encounter.
Yeah, we need to take damage anyway. So Ice Horn is the fastest way to do it, and also we just run with 0 attack councils afterwards.
Nice. That's really cool. Okay, when do you split
Alright,
this?
so yeah, we just split it when we exit, basically.
Exit. Okay.
Yeah, so when we run out of the yeah, when we run into the overworld again.
Not bad.
So, slight optimization here for you guys. If you hold up left from here, you actually get into Lalavero faster, or like with less movement, so you have less chance of getting an encounter.
Nice.
Yeah,
putting that
it saves a couple
put that one in
steps
the
basically for encounter. If you just hold up left, you'll be forced to move up, but you'll have less steps or fewer steps.
There's a bunch of instances like that, right? Like where like diagonal movement or cardinal movement will save like a little bit on entering and exiting a region. Like Lamakan is particularly bad with it. Suhala on the return trip's quite bad with it as well. In all bronze transferables, I mean. That's kind of cool.
So
I didn't notice that.
I don't know if you guys do this, but after this cutscene is also the best way to exit Lalavero.
I go right.
I guess it depends on what the girl is doing,
Yeah, right
yeah.
is more consistent.
but straight ahead is fastest.
Fucking balls.
All right, gotta go, guys.
He's like, I disagree.
I don't care about any of these strats. The strats are cool, but that optimization is like, oh my god, that is so good.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh god, we've been doing that
so-
wrong for so long. Holy shit.
Let's take this encounter.
Dull.
Cast Dull. Run away.
Yeah, it's so obvious in hindsight. Jeez.
Yeah, because I started with like, I'll just go around the right side. This is, like, you just run. And it's like, wow, this is a lot slower. Like, jumping is so much faster.
I didn't even know you could jump.
Yeah, same. I didn't know you could jump there at all.
God, this is the Azuma Water of Life all over again. Oh my god.
I mean, you can get screwed by the little girl though. So
Yeah, I mean, she can. Oh yeah, sometimes she can block it. That's right.
Mhm.
But I mean, you'd still look for it and then adapt if you.
yeah,
need
you
to.
could see where she is.
You have plenty of time to react.
Right.
No, it wouldn't be faster in all bronze transferables, so you better go get Torch.
I just get torch when you're done with the run.
Oh yeah, Torch is still there after the run, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's faster to do that, but it's funny.
Yes, it's fine.
No, I seem to remember Torch despawning, but that just might be me being silly.
Yeah, I remember we were talking about this my first ABT attempt, right?
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah. I watched a little bit of your run yesterday, by the way, Bloozer, but I had to head out, so I didn't see the ending. Did you do run strats in?
Oh, don't bother watching the ending. Don't.
All right. I feel you.
Yes.
That's okay.
Bronze transferables vanish. It's a cool category.
But yeah, we're coming up on some neat puzzle optimizations across like the end game, so that's a little something.
You only get one encounter on the way out, right? Like one encounter tunnel ruins. Not tunnel ruins. Bumpy Lighthouse.
We already got one encounter.
Yeah,
up,
just
up on top of the stairs.
Just that one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, just that one for beer a minute, and I mean, you need to take one encounter in the ruins in either way. So, or in the lighthouse, you need to take like in Bumpy Lighthouse, you have to take one encounter anyway. You can't get through without any encounters. So we set Garrett's move rather than Isaac move because we need Isaac's synergy for something else. Let's just move clip up here.
Of course.
Wait.
Yeah.
2 moves? Oh yeah, sure, that makes sense. You have to use 2 moves anyway.
You have to drag it out. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. That's cute. I like that.
Very nice. Very nice.
The only
Um,
flip in this game makes me so sad.
So previous TAS jumps over the thing, but this is faster to run around and jump.
Yeah, we jump for PP recovery.
Yeah, just like the old TAS also jumps for no reason.
And half tail jumps save time, of course.
Yeah, so that's
So this
obviously how
really
you do the
counts.
stairs as well. And this is how you do this pillar, right?
That's nice.
Very nice.
I'm sure we can actually find a setup for that one. Because that one probably saved, like... potentially save a little bit of time. Even if you have to do a setup for it. So that frost connected. I mean, I would never trust it in a run, but that definitely connected.
Yep, it's a thing. So here's a funny joke. Everybody always goes left first, but I'll go right first.
I mean, it's no different, right?
It saves 6 frames, actually. If your movement is perfect. So it doesn't save time for RTA. But for TAS, it's 6 frames faster to do it this way.
Interesting.
Because
That's
the
'cause you
statues
end
have
on-
different properties from each side.
You end on Mercury instead of Mars. So yeah, I can see that.
I mean, I started doing this, like, I was like, it's probably the same, so I'll just make a little joke and solve it in reverse compared to everybody else. But then it turned out to actually be slightly faster, so like, okay, I'll take it.
Really weird. Wouldn't
Yeah,
have
it's
guessed
because
that
the statue's pushing them from the right side, or is it left side? Like, I think it's like they're very weird with like pushing you back all the time.
one. Yeah.
And we're waiting a long time on the move, but it's because Venus Lighthouse is coming up.
I'm glad that's the optimal
Right.
solve, though. That makes me happy.
So, I'll have you know, we haven't gotten an encounter yet, and we won't.
No encounter. That's disgusting. I've never skipped the encounter in Tunnel Ruins. It's not possible.
You need insane rates. You can,
Yeah.
it's never gonna happen.
I mean, yeah, it's possible if you just put move out and just let it advance GR in for like a year.
Oh yeah, we didn't split Tunnel Ruins. That's unlucky.
Oh,
Unfortunate. So we had attacks first because of the dole that the skeleton cast on us. So we run from the first encounter, get a pretty nice rate.
no, there's no move clip there. That when you go down on the low ground, you're actually way off to the left off screen, which is really strange. It's just kind of like a very clever way the game handles 3D.
Yeah.
Also, this solve, which we
Oh yeah, I
discussed at
forgot you
length.
mentioned this.
Yeah, so I found improvements for every puzzle in Venus Lighthouse. And then Plexa found a even better improvement for the carry stones, which saved 3 frames for me.
Heck yeah.
So we're gonna get this encounter because
God, this looks
it's the lowest average level,
Yeah, that's a good encounter to get.
and the spider and one of the skulls skips its turn, so we only get 2 attacks and it's fine.
Yeah, that's super nice when that happens.
So I'm sure you would move around the stone just like that.
Yeah, every time, easy.
So carry is actually very fast if you want to advance to your ends with like a manip kind of thing. If you carry, it's basically just as fast as move.
It's... Oh, move. Oh, sorry. I thought you were going to say lift. I was like, yeah, but it's the exact same thing.
Yeah, no, but move and carry are pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Not
It does
exactly,
72
it
instead
depends
of
on-
295.
Yeah, the duration is different, but I mean the duration, like the frame
Yeah.
counts you would be spending. So we're gonna wait there for a couple frames and go down here, and then we're gonna wait a couple frames at the exit as well, and set our Jin because Isaac needs to be tanky. Because Twin Beak hurts.
Twin Beak hurts, yeah.
I'm sure you do it like this, by the way.
Basically, yeah.
That's pretty much how it happens, right, Blueser?
Exactly. Exactly how it
Every time easy. Alright, so this is actually faster, by the way. By like 10 frames, but you know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This doesn't make sense. How is this 10 frames faster?
I can kind of see it. I mean, those blocks at the start were really...
I mean, do you do the latest strat here that we've been doing?
No.
Yeah, because that one has this pillar now moved 1 right, then pushed down. Then as you're at this position, you push the angle piece in.
Oh, yeah.
Are you doing like that?
I don't think this is faster. In fact, think you're losing about a second.
Interesting. Either way, we need the Jiren, so it's fine.
Well, camera movement. So,
Oh, yeah, that too.
That's a good one.
yeah, this is definitely losing time.
Well, we're doing a menu here, so we need to wait anyway.
Let's go. We take every win we can get.
Like, we have to wait for the Jiren to advance, so we might as well equip Gaia Blade.
Yeah, fair enough.
Actually, the last time we entered the item menu as well.
Because in Japanese,
No more item
Jiren
menu.
advances in menus, and it doesn't in English, because why?
Yep. Need to get the encounter here. Isaac survives, obviously.
1 HP, nice.
Alright, there we go.
Easy. When do I split? On screen transition here?
No, it's the same split you do in No Saving Grid, like when you walk onto the platform with
okay.
Sadar as a minority.
Cutscene, okay. Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, you're level 12 now, aren't you?
Yeah, we're level 12, 12, 12, and 14.
Yeah, I think any percent does it at like 1 level higher, so it's like 13, 13. I think we get to 14 off the Taurus. Me is at 15 or something.
But you do have like 5 extra Jin.
Yeah, we do.
Because
have
we're
five
gonna... The final menu is coming up, so you'll see if you pay close. If you don't blink, you'll see the Jin setup.
Yeah, I mean, the whole reason that any of us can get so many is because we can't control Fusion Dragon, so we need to have a AoE healer, so we need extra gen for that. Yeah, sure, I understood that menu.
And split. There we go. What was that?
So Formars Ivan. That's all I. That is literally all I saw. I
Oh, you're also wrong. So
Yeah, I think it's slot 2, not
me
slot
is
3.
he is on the far right.
Yeah.
I forgot your party setup's different.
Yeah, I saw a couple Venus Gen flying around, and like, you have it like distributed over like 3 people, I think.
yeah, and there was some double
yeah.
double tapping here and there, and just a lot of stuff happened.
Double tapping.
I just heard.
What's that?
And that was it.
Yeah, menuing is so nice. It's just a shame that we don't we just basically don't have to menu anywhere because we don't get gen anywhere. But then at least we get the final menu, which is kind of impressive.
I mean, if you can watch it, it's impressive, but it just kind of happens, and you're like, ah, I understood that. Yeah, Blues only found out about the double tap like 2 runs ago.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, good mechanic.
Alright, well, I'm sure you're gonna completely relate to this Sador's Minardi boss fight, Loser. It's like, oh yeah, that's how I do it every time.
Okay.
Here comes a meteor. Yep, this looks about just about right.
Yep. I'm surprised that unloading all your summons on Sador's Minardi is fast. I would have thought holding it back for a Fusion Dragon would have been faster.
It's just not really. Fusion Dragon is actually much easier than Sador's Minardi. So, there's that.
I mean, that's also a true statement. Like, Sador's Minardi, you have way more ways to, like, ruin your day.
But they are quite nice to me, I shall say. I mean, they have been pretty nice so far, but they'll keep being nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's why I've been thinking, like, maybe we should be looking at proccing full strats here in No Save and Quit. Just so Ivan doesn't paper against Fusion Dragon.
Looking into that for ABT.
Sorry?
I was looking into that for ABT actually, because you have 7, right? So
Yeah.
Right, so we're just gonna arm Minardi. Drench is very powerful actually. Very good.
Yeah, very good ability.
Let's just have him raise defense because I don't care.
A bit of stallage on the summon usage there. Ooh, cheer in
Yeah.
advance. Nice.
Yeah, so that's plus 17 frames on the first screen, and then plus 4 frames on the third on the screen after that. To not manip only this turn, but also the next turn, because we don't have any way to manip the next turn. So that judgment is actually manipulating like extreme odds. I didn't actually calculate them, but they are extreme.
How many turns is this fight?
Yeah, it's a pretty long fight. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I think it's technically a 6th turn because we defend a bunch, but yeah, 7 turn. But the moves they use are very quick, so it's it's a lot faster than, or I think it's quite a bit faster than previous. Oh, it's not. Cool. There we go. That's actually, it's pretty close though. But
Well, I
that's
mean,
cool
you'd
that
expect
it's-
Old Test to be faster because it has access to all those Jupiter fuel.
Yeah, it has all the Jupiter, so you're expecting it. We were expecting to lose time on like everything, but we only lost time on Kraken, the Jin, like Vine, and Quartz, and we lost time here. So we didn't lose that much time.
It's not that bad.
It's not too bad. 25 seconds.
Like if you count. So on Cracker we lose 12 seconds, out of which 4 seconds are Elven Shirt. So we're actually losing 8 seconds to skipping Jupiter, and here we're losing about 24. So we're skipping like 5. We're saving like 5 minutes by skipping all the Jupiter Gin, and we lose like 30 seconds. So
Yeah.
This also kind of shows how weak the previous TAS's boss battles were, though, and could probably do way better. Anyway.
Damn, game's almost over. This is like a good Colosso time, right? Blue? This is disgusting. Okay. Japanese takes.
Fusion Dragon is. Well. I'm so happy with this Fusion Dragon, by the way, and I still need to remind you that there was some weird stuff with Evil Breath, which I'll show you, like in DMs at some point. It's kind of hard to explain, but I think it's to do with like HP values rather than anything else. Anyway, final fight, and I'm super happy with it. So I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, I understood that term.
That's a wish. Or I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is actually the only wish we're gonna cast.
Yeah.
Across Sador's Minority and Fusion Dragon we cast Wish once. And I thought like, maybe we can do it without Wish at all, but no, not really.
Now you are using a herb, so that's basically cheating.
Excuse me?
So so far his attacks have been attack, Drain Fang, and now he's gonna Deadly Gas, which
No, that's that's slow.
Okay.
it's unlucky, but it's the best we can do, and you'll see why it's the best we can do. Because the damage it does doesn't really matter.
But it loses time every time it does something. Let me guess. Attack,
Yeah,
miss,
it's,
attack, miss, attack, miss, attack, miss.
It's like 10 frames every time you get hit by poison. It's not that bad, but yeah, technically you're losing a little bit of time. But Drain Fang fail.
Okay. So now we're like pseudo courthouse. Okay.
Evil Blessing VGM, which is the only configuration where it works. If you do IVG, it doesn't work. And it doesn't work as in he uses outer space rather than Drain Fang. For no reason, because the Haunt is the same as well. Alright, so Drain Fang.
It's a lot of Drain Fang.
Yeah, it's like it's all he knows.
Also attack.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, so gonna ground his turn here. Narrate is gonna do some nice damage. And I mean you have been waiting, so after Vine, Garrett has outlived his usefulness.
Yes.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Very good.
Turtle Lady and a Garrett gift. This is perfect.
Also, Ivan has outlived his usefulness.
That's fine.
Yeah. Fair enough.
There you go.
Wow.
How did you save that much time?
Because his actions are Drain Fang 4 times, and 2 of them fail. He uses 3 attacks, and then he uses Severe Blow, which is basically like a crit, and then Dragon Driver. So it's like,
That's a pretty nice fight. Yeah, I'll give you that. I would like that kind of minip level in any percent. That'd be nice.
just match frame perfect. through the cutscene after Shadow's minority.
I'm surprised that
Tell me you saved
you
time
didn't kill more people.
Dying, the animation actually costs time as well. It's like
No, and I suppose the
It's
inputs
like
are so
30
fast. Who cares? Yeah.
it's like 30 frames or something to die. So it's only faster when you know
Then.
when you have nothing else.
Yeah, makes sense. That's pretty impressive. I will admit I am most impressed by the movement optimizations because those are like actually mind-blowing.
Yeah, best part of this entire task was Lalavero.
Oliver, holy shit, man. Just run straight.
But for real, GG, that's
Those
insane.
half-tail jumps are pretty sick too. Yeah, man, GG's, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, like I mentioned like I don't know, 10, 20 seconds, something like that is what you can save for sure. With things like small mistakes or inaccuracies and better manip at some point. But I don't think I'm going to revisit this ever until we find something major.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
fair.
Anyone else is free to go and implement these changes if they think they can do it. And beat my TAS, it's fine.
Just save that second on the Venus 2 puzzle. Easy.
And a Kolima log puzzle.
Oh yeah, calling a log puzzle. Yeah. Good call.
I'm still confused, like, what we're...
I think it was just an extra push because you can do it
Yeah.
in 3, right? I think it was 4 push.
Yeah.
Weird.
Push.
That's
Yeah,
really
I'll-
we'll
We'll show you after this. We'll finish out the run. And
I guess
then,
I didn't really look at the Kolima Forest too much.
Hmm.
Did like an initial pass, and then I think ruadath did like a bunch of improvements. And I kind of just left it, but maybe we should have double checked.
So are there any time savers in this bit? Is it just like the standard talk to item and stuff? I'm so
Yeah,
mad
we
you can't just sanctum warp out of this room. It annoys me.
I was saying earlier, I really hope you save time in the split. That would just be the perfect ending to this task. Save time in the split.
I don't know if TAS can just mash harder for the PB, man. I don't think it just turn on the god mash.
No, there's got to be.
I mean, you'd be surprised because the previous one was
That's
mashing,
what I'm
and this
saying.
one,
Yeah.
the previous TAS mashed, but also at 30 hertz. So
Okay.
this is clearing text frame perfect, so it should still be saving time. But not much, but yeah, it should be saving time. Also, it does menu sorting.
Oh, to get black
Fine,
orb.
yeah.
Interesting.
You'll see. When you menu sort a bunch in a row, it's gonna make a fun noise. You'll.
Fun noise, you say. Ooh. Nice optimal chat
Alright, so
there to
talk
item.
from far away. This movie file also does include the final cutscene, and I let it go back to title screen as well, so I could show the final like in-game time.
Nice.
So it keeps going for a while.
Should we skip past the credits?
Yeah, we could. Doesn't really matter too much because credits are just waiting.
When is Deadbed Walk? Good question.
Right. Anyway, so
That's unnecessary, but
Keep
I
your-
appreciate it.
keep your ears open for the.
Oh, just so too many inputs. You sat on a duck.
Sat on a duck.
The menu goes.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, you don't know what the final text box looks like.
I'll work it out. It's like 3 yes nos and then it cycles through everybody.
Wow, you're gonna get 4 splits in a row.
I know, holy shit.
There you go.
Yo, 74 seconds, nice.
Whew.
How?
Wow. Sub 250.
Yep, that was actually the goal that we set out with.
Awesome.
Like when we got to about halfway, we were like, yeah, we can definitely do sub 250.
God damn, that is fast. It is really fast.
Yeah.
80%'s like 317 right now. Or 315? I don't know. It can go down. It's bad.
I mean, yeah, you can skip Manticore and then you're saving time.
No, that has Manticore skip, but it needs to redo Breeze
Does
and
it?
Bluff and stuff, yeah. It does Manticore, yeah.
Huh. I wasn't... interesting.
Yeah, I did like a couple of runs of like Manticore skip, and then I was like, ugh. FX is right.
You were like,
skipping
ah,
Breeze is
whatever.
fast. No, that's the thing. Like, I know skipping Breeze is gonna be faster, so I have to reroute the whole thing and kill Luff instead of Breeze. But oh well. All right, we can get that final time in.
Yeah, we could skip ahead a bit. There you go.
2:44. Oh damn.
Ooh.
That's actually not too far
That's
away.
not
It's
bad.
only 5 minutes difference. It's interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. I mean, because we basically don't reset anywhere.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Although we get like 10
But yeah, we're
minutes
level-
difference and no saving point. It's all the summons we use.
So we hit level 15 on Sadaros Minority. Mia is 16. And you can see 5 Venus, 4 Mercury, 5 Mars, 0 Jupiter.
Zero
No
Jupiter.
Jupiter at all.
You can pry
Beautiful.
property from my cold dead hands, man.